but yes, there is. And actually, it's a fine pick. We'll see how it is going to go.
Well, wait, this is a situation where we actually should be really good. If the map is not in complete tatters, which unfortunately I think is what gung-ho on making this happen, Atlas.
Yeah. Well, let's see whether they can make it work. Lehen sitting at full health right now. Carrier wanting to find that cocoon, gets it, but great buffer on the anchor. Kingen bounces back. Let's see what can happen here. They get on top of the Aurora and take her down. Carrier repelling just to get himself out. Doran. Fisher comes down to help out, so Gideon will be able to secure this. And then should also be in position to head over towards these grubs. Take some heroics from someone like Lehen's, perhaps, finding an engage that he's looking for. As Smash taking a bit of damage here as they end the flash forward. They get on top of Carrier. True shot barrage, they're trying to burst him, and they take him down!
I think T1 are going to be very happy with this.
Yep, getting the fancy shoes is definitely the main thing. As Kingen in a bit of trouble here. That flash cocoon was gorgeous, but the knockup is going to come through. Denies some Q damage as well. And so Lehen's saving his teammates left, right, and center. But Fisher, let's see whether he can be saved. Death Ray comes down. Not going to be able to do too much more as, my gosh. Okay. Smash and Carrier now just get more free time with this turret. So the thing is, Nongshim are like narrowly escaping and doing cool mechanics to get away from things. But then pick up this wave and it looks like they have other things on their mind as Gideon could be in trouble, has to flash, but there's the flash knockup. Haste in the hole comes down as well as Gideon trying to taxi out via Faker. It's not going to do enough. Decent damage here from Fisher. Oh, Faker is going to be taken down. Nongshim trying to get a little bit back here as Ona goes in. We'll be able to get a nice little knock-up onto Kingen, and in comes Doran. Nice shock blast will connect. Kingen's in trouble. Smash grabs it with the very end of the Peacemaker, and he's
not a lot.
Yeah, if they were ahead, right, it's a beautiful seat composition.
And it
but
can come back.
Yeah. This is not going to help as Lehen's going to flash to try and get out of the way. Carrier comes down. There's a nice double knockup to come through here, and Fisher's AoE is sizable. There's the crushing more as well, and Fisher answers the attack on his support. And now Gideon looking for an opportunity. Ona goes in and just takes down Lehen's. The fear is a little late to save him, but they'll still be able to give another kill.
Down.
Yep.
And that's going to, again, increase that gold lead and bring it back to like the 2K that it was at before.
Yeah, 2.5 now actually pushing that money a little bit further ahead. There is going to be a Rift Herald picked up here by Nongshim on the top side as Lehen.
Nongshim here.
Yeah.
If they're able to kind of keep the game in this place, if they get another Dragon, which buys them a ton of time, that could potentially end up making the game a lot.
Coming down, just trying to turn Nongshim. That's going to work, but Dragon is going to be picked up. Nongshim with control.
The ability to actually walk up and trade is just not being given, as that is going to be the mid lane turret. Actually,
but it's kind of cool that we've
Faker,
got two legendaries for everyone.
Might be, it has to be.
Yeah, Faker throws this one down as King gonna have to flash. Does survive though, at least for now. He's going to do so much damage to them. Doran on a flank angle. He's going to have to flash. He has to flash. As Doran is going to discover the rest of them. Fisher flashes into him. I don't know about that one, but they do manage to take down Doran because there is that unending despair, or the spiraling.
They can just call the teleport, but I think they're too late. That's soul point for Nongshim.
This Otacon is just gone, yeah. So I feel like there was a good thing about the Dragon, and then they had an opportunity to not just give this up. But they're going to. And so Otacon is going to be picked up. They do not commit. Will be able to go into stealth, be all right for now. And now the Hui problem is coming in. Carrier looking for the engage, but the arcane shift out from Jiwoo is going to help keep him safe. Lehens goes down first though, and Nongshim, they have no right to be here. And they are able to get themselves out. Thankfully, Fisher has a lot of abilities. In fact, way too many to remember the names of. And that line of damage, not going to be something that they want to walk through. Is now Kingen looking for Faker here as he does a lot. But he may also just die as the ace in the hole threats the needle. They do trade, never mind, they don't trade it because Faker just goes back to the base for a little while. And so that will be the Baron over to T1. Excellent use.
Now they got Dragon.
That's why I was celebrating for Nongshim. I'm like, oh, this timing means that they don't give Otacon. Then they just give it anyway.
Yeah. And now, I think T1 are firmly in the driver's seat again. Vision is being denied. Traps are being set up. Both Caitlyn traps and Vision traps. A ton of vision available here.
Oh, look at this.
Gideon is going to get
ward.
spotted.
Yeah, this flank ward by T1 is fantastic. They've got a teleport to come in as Gideon does manage to get in there with the ulti. Flash out, though, avoids the anchor, and down goes the Vi. Fisher now finds the spiraling despair onto Carrier, but he's not actually that sad. Jiwoo gets over the wall. Lehen's going to be taken down as Kingen trying to do some damage here, but Ona gets on top of the Ezreal, who flashes away and gets struck by the lightning of this Xin Zhao. And T1, they may just end just here. It's only Kingen left alive, and there is so much damage.
It's not the T1 Baron, it's the T1 Otacon that does Nongshim in.
Yeah, one little kill for Kingen on the back end, but Nexus turrets are now falling. Smash, 100% win rate here in the LCK Cup after his third victory. Looking absolutely fantastic over Nongshim in this.
Asking what my favorite flavor of ice cream was, but now I'm upset about this!
Oh, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Please take me away from talking about this.
Mango.
Oh, really?
Mango, yeah.
Interesting.
Love mango ice cream.
Would you like more of a, not the early game that you were hoping for, as Lehens is going to spot Owner out, and he's going to wonder when things are supposed to get good.
He has his passive stacked.
Yeah.
Fisher still doesn't get thrown back!
He's still going to die, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be Smash finally finishing it off. There's first blood. Shout out to
Misu and Coffee, and you're like...
So, I think there are different people. There are people that like...
Gideon is getting cancelled on his steal the red buff. Smash is here.
Again, he didn't die.
Oh, Kingen doesn't even have TP! Lulu's gonna murder him!
Is he just gonna get... Like, look at Pix, the Pix damage, even the Cull, the Meek. Kerry is not Meek. He's looking for it, finds the auto, and the flash was used as well. Find me some good noodle news, please, someone. As T1 finding everything they want on this map. 1,000 gold, the lead at 4.5 to get the perfect execution by hitting another level.
So it is just two.
That's
a classic combo. You know, you can go other tropical flavors. You cannot look at
Crocodile
what's transpiring here. Oh,
doesn't get hit by the moment. Look at the adorable snowman, and he's fallen asleep. Hopefully he was asleep when he went down.
Flashes doesn't matter because Smash just waits out.
Oh,
there we go.
Carrier might die. What? No! No! That is illegal! Oh, thank God! Oh my goodness! And it's not that we wanted Carrier to die there in any way, but that would have been too much. Nongshim would not have been able to cope if that hadn't have been an actual pick.
All right, we get Carrier, right? Fisher, he's going to kill Smash. He gets the E. He's going to go in.
Okay.
He doesn't have ult.
That was a bit weird,
No,
but that's okay.
Oh, no.
5-point strike.
Oh, Lulu's there. It's,
he gets
him.
He gets it.
That's two.
Yeah, Carrier is only level 5, so it doesn't have the wild growth. Couldn't actually keep him alive. Is now Kingen able to stun up Fakey here. Fisher is very dead.
Just dodge. Dodge steal.
Bit
of a hard one.
Ooh, Nongshim at least going to go even on grubs. There we go. If they get all of these, then they're actually
big.
capable of getting towards a feat of strength, perhaps. So Faker's moved up. Kingen's moved down, though.
Faker, I think, looking for the ult.
All right, that's going to be the secure by Gideon. So damage.
Okay, Gideon, this is your moment. They can let it go. And they would have to invest King and CP as well with Doran's roam over.
Maybe I'm in it with you. I'm in it with you. I'm in it with you.
We're locked in. We're doing it, Atlas.
It's a real video game.
Lehens is on the flank. They are unaware. We've got spotted here. Oh, God, not the same spot.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
It's a different board, but it's the same trauma.
I've seen this before, as Owner is going to slow him down, speed himself up.
They turn.
They're going to look for it, as now Owner is just going to kill Lehens. So Lehens is really dead, but is he actually going to be able to get out with his life? That's the question. No tag on a shuriken there, as Faker is on a ward. Fisher still wanting it. Wanted to find it. They get vision on Carrier here, as now Lehens, he's driving. Let's see what can happen here as the Glacial Prison goes entirely wide. Owner is in trouble. Nice wild growth, but it's not going to be enough there as they manage to take down the turret, but not before Doran makes his way in. Faker's there as well. You got the all-out. Is the public execution going to be employed? The answer is yes. Got in the way. As Faker is also just going to dive on top of Jiu, who does have to use his Feather Storm. He dodges the damage of those feathers, and Faker's out of there. He's like a wraith. As now, Kingen looking for Smash, or is Smash looking for him? Super Mega Death Rocket connects onto Fisher. He doesn't get the Shuriken, and so Kingen will be going down. And Gideon now slowed down by this bowling ball that does way too much damage over time.
That's Otacon.
Yeah, no, I think that is an unanswerable.
No, there is an answer, actually. Pivot back to ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Otacon's, it's at this point, it feels kind of overdone, but that's Otacon gone. There isn't
trade
really
for a dragon.
Yeah, second Ocean Drake. There isn't really anything that can be done as Faker does take a little bit too much damage. It was him that set up the play though. Gets the ult onto Gio and then crucially also dodges the pullback of the feathers with the Embesson ability. Using the passive very nicely. And
Faker actually having a really good Embesson game.
Minute and 50 seconds. And as we said...
Oh, God.
Oh, they are!
Well, let's see what they can do here as Jiu is at least able to avoid the public execution. And Nongshim, they decide better of it. And I do not blame them as Lahens. He could just be all out at here. It's a decent Magnus Storm to buy some time from Faker. Gideon, he books it and dives underneath as T1 are now trying to back themselves away. I think it might still be a rough time for Nongshim, but Gideon makes it out. And there is another ticket home here for Doran as well.
Oh, if Fisher had hit that E, maybe that would have been an opportunity. Double
teleports. Faker goes into the mid lane, and Doran is going to come back up once again. The Sleepies come down as Owner is likely to die. Never mind. Actually, the turret just goes down, and Owner is still alive. 30 seconds until this Otacon buff goes down again, as Fisher at least gets himself 100 gold. But they'll lose an inhibitor for it. That's 2, so maybe he's almost got a kill's worth of money here. But if he dies, then that's actually a huge deal. Not going to, but the inhib will still fall. And T1 retain that stranglehold on this game.
Could have been worse, Atlas.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Bot lane inhib went down. Maybe we do. Yeah, we do a TP flank. Why not?
Oh, 4 seconds.
Because we can kill Doran. Smash can't die.
No, Smash can die now. Because the buff just wore off.
Timed out.
Yep, Fisher is going to look for the angle here. Melee range with a manaless Jinx. Seems somewhat doable as he flashes in to execute Smash. Permafrost being used for what feels like the first time this game as well. Both keeping Doran alive for way too long. And Owner, he has so much AoE damage, it is disgusting. And now Faker is corralling them. Lahens is at death's door as Jiu is just trying his best to be alive in this situation. Another pack of feathers are just going to do nothing as it's a triple for Owner as he just ties.
Is he in trouble or is it?
I don't know who's in trouble. I think Nongshim are in trouble as now Fisher is looking for an angle. He's spotted on a ward. Magnus Storm's there as Super Mega Death Rocket also helping out with the AoE. Owner turns up though and Fisher is out of there. Hasn't actually offered any damage to this fight as now King desperately trying to stay alive and keep Faker away. But Gideon's down and Smash gets excited, understandably so. With a jungler looking as good as Owner is right now, it must be pretty nice being on T1. 8-1.
Like one of the stronger junglers at the moment, particularly with Fearless continuously. Oh!
He got an ice cream!
I love that!
Wait, is that a coffee?
So much damage available with the Embessa and the Lilia set up from the Cassante, so Jinx doesn't really get threatened, and outside of an Akali flank, which I think Lulu answers pretty handily.
Oh,
why are you taunting Atlas?
Stop this! Stop putting him there!
That's so mean!
It looks delicious!
It is!
Oh, and I'm also trying to do keto at the moment. I can never eat that. I just can't eat that. I want the mini-map back! Give me the mini-map, thank you!
We don't need the mini-map,
I need the mini-map! That's okay. First inhibitor, I think there was an inhibitor that went down. There was a beautiful Captain Jack there from Smash as he avoids the Glacial Prison. Some redemption to keep them all alive again, but it's Nongshim that need redemption in this game, and they are not going to get it. Fisher looking for a backline as Smash takes a bit of damage and then proceeds not to care at all about the situation. Wild Growth is going to be used, and he will actually be taken down, but we all know the real carry was in fact Owner. And Kingen now just using the fountain to keep his health bar a little bit higher as they are losing health bars on T1's side. Maybe dealing with this Nexus turret could be a good idea as the Flash Polymorph comes in to make sure that Jiwoo can't get any more work done, but he's still kind of doing it. And now Owner throwing these bowling balls around Kingen, keeping himself up here as Doran will be able to take that one. And Carrier just wants to try and find the kill, but he doesn't get it in the end. And T1 will take down Nongshim. I think his performance on the Elise was fantastic.
Yeah, but he also
got that solo kill on King.
Yeah, but he also died. I feel like his area. There's a couple of moments where, don't get me wrong, I think he had an amazing performance. Also, I love Battle Lulu Atlas. It's just, I know we don't get it in solo lanes anymore, but it's just so annoying. It's fun to watch.
It's for us. It reminds me of when, you know, Faker was playing mid Lulu every single game.
Yeah.
And absolutely decimating people.
Lulu. Ugh.
Oh god, yeah, what was the worst? I think the worst was top lane.
It's always top lane.
Because it was just about anti-fun. Dying twice in the entire series here, making sure that he can define the KDAs to a 10 and a 12. Brilliant performance here from Oner, well-deserved player of the match. Could be unanimous, might be a smattering of others, but I'm with you. I think that this was the no-brainer choice. And Oner just going from strength to strength, man. This guy is just getting better and better. Really good.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Oner is, particularly internationally, I think has been kind of a mainstay, but domestically, a bit of ups and downs. So seeing him played as well, it's always good to see.
Very early in the year as well, which is fantastic. It's now time to hear from him as well, so let's throw over to the interview.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Steer for the LCK Cup POM interview translation, joined by Oner on the side of T1. With T1's victory, Group Baron keeps its hopes alive. How do you feel? I'm glad that we're able to keep its hope alive. And this is our last match before the holiday, and being able to end it with a victory is also great. And let's talk about Game 1. The enemy gave you trouble with their long-ranged comp. So what was the game plan to deal with that? Right after Game 1, we did talk about how it was really hard and tough regarding the draft. And yeah, it was really the range fight that gave us trouble. But we really did play with the mindset that as long as we get the macro down and get control over the game, that it will be winnable. And in Game 2, you got ahead of the enemy to ultimately carry your team to victory. And as an engaged champion, does Lilia need to position a certain way? Any tips for team fight positioning? I think it really depends on whether you have Zhonya's or not. And I think with Zhonya's, it's really easy to engage and go in. And without Zhonya's, yeah, Lilia is a really easy champion to die with. So I think it really is dependent on whether you have Zhonya's or not. If Group Elder wins one more time, they will be the winner. Did you know that? Yes. Yeah, but you still need to fight until the very end. So what message do you have for the next Baron team? OK Savings Bank, Brian. You know, it would be really nice if you guys can win. But even if you lose, I think we'll just individually have to do well. But despite that, I hope that you guys put in your all. And you won your last series before the holiday break. Anything you'd like to say to your fans? I'd like to say thank you to all the supportive fans. And it's the holidays, so I hope you guys have a good holidays. And even after the holidays, we have a lot of matches coming up, so we'll put in even more effort to keep this up. And that's the end of the interview with Oner, and back to the space. Thank you.
Welcome back to the space. Cookies and creams, y'all. It was an easy game there for T1. They were able to get it done as they were a 2-0 victor over
You're saying you're anti-vanilla? Because that seemed to be a bit of a debate on the caster desk.
No. Cookies and cream has vanilla in it. So a little bit of choco.
You're saying vanilla isn't good enough, it needs cookies in it.
I'm saying I like both.
So you're also saying you hate chocolate. I'm just trying to get the record straight here.
Why don't we dive into the player of the match votes as, again, Oner getting his second one of the LCK Cup.
A little bit of a split vote here. Oh, Wadid going for Keria.
I almost did.
Media.
I almost went for
Cass
Keria.
going at top.
I'm actually surprised that I voted Keria alone. But anyways, I think he performed really well, and I really want to high value Keria especially in this meta because like he attack and he protect. It's just crazy. Yeah, I mean, what I mean is that...
Did you just roll your R?
Yeah, of course.
See those double C's? Come on.
Yeah, of course. But anyways, I think in Fearless, it's really important to have like huge champion pool in support role. So I feel like Keria is having
distância, vai minando ali a vida do Xante, vai farmando dano, né, como a gente gosta de falar na parte superior. E a Rel, como a gente já comentou aqui, o Colossus estava na expectativa, é a suporte
mais... Chegando um ataque da Fúria lá na parte inferior do mapa. 3 jogadores focados para pegar a barricada e atrapalhar o jogo do Burdol se ele aparecer por ali. A gente vê no meio a troca de dano entre o Tuts e o Mireu, e agora no topo, Tuts faz a entrada, vem na marreta! Mas não deu nem pro novo, não se intimidou, continuou aí tentando uma troca.
Eu acredito que essa foi
No ritmo, porque vai ter briga lá pelo topo. A Fúria corre atrás, consegue as 3 vacilavas, porque já tinha perdido o primeiro dragão. Agora o Mireu faz a entrada, trava o time da Fúria no ultimate. Eles conseguem ainda sair. O Zé Deodo não encaixa em ninguém, não chega em ninguém, ele ainda não tem ultimate. A Yu fica cercado, o Zé Deodo tá em cima dele, mas o Jojo cavalga, atordoa, trava o José Deodo e o balaço do Tuts lá de trás. Tem o teleporte do Gigo chegando. O Jojo vai perseguindo. O Tatu também tá aqui. O Ackerman não consegue dar o apoio que precisa. E o Murdol tem que flechar pra não ser eliminado. Vai sair.
Sem conseguir garantir essa segunda leva de Westlave do dragão. Opa.
Olha a chegada do Tatu. A viagem astral salva o Ackerman. E lá no topo, o Gigo ultou pra cima do Murdol. Ele tá pequenininho. É o matador de coreano.
Essa chegada agora, hein? O Mireu tá chegando, o Snacker tem ultimate.
Pegou no Tatu.
Ele não tem flash.
Jogou para o Mireu, mas Tatu ficou travado por muito tempo. Tenta escapar, vai saindo no limite da honra, passando a mão no trigo. Finalmente, ele é eliminado. Agora o Mireu, ele vem pra cima do Ayu. Jojo tenta fazer a contenção, mas ele ficou travado. E ele deve ser eliminado. Não conseguiu levar o seu. Acaba sendo... Vai ficar com 3, vira o time da Isurus Astral.
A briga de cima não tava 100% favorável pro Gigo. Se o Gigo tivesse a vantagem naquele 1 contra 1, ele tem que tomar cuidado. Tá todo mundo se movimentando pra parte de cima. O Zé Deodo tá lá vem a flecha, vem dive.
Vem uma flecha sniper, não pegou. O Gigo aguenta o tempo que pode. O problema é o Zé Deodo, que tá colado nele no ultimate. Gigão sequestrou, garantiu a vida. Já pegou o primeiro. E é ele, sempre ele, esmagando o coreano.
Jogando em 2025 no mesmo naipe de 2024. Esmagando o Isurus Astral no 2 contra 1.
Do outro lado, o Gigo vai se segurando. A primeira torre é nossa. O time da Fúria consegue esse passo da proeza.
Volta alto, então será o grande objetivo.
Jojo
agora
chegando,
vai fechar,
calmou, porque o Gigão já vem pra esmagar mais um. É outro coreano que cai, é sempre ele. Gigo esmaga o abate pro time da Fúria.
E ele vibra muito, tá? Deu pra ver pela mini câmera ali, ele junto com o Tatu. Tem que tomar cuidado aí aqui na parte central.
Indo pra terceira.
A Fúria quer essa torre do meio. Na primeira jogada não deu certo. Agora ela vai pro chão e o time da Fúria...
Por causa da parte de cima. O Zé Deodo vai fazer essa contenção. O Mireu vai derrubar a torre. Daí o Isurus Astral tá chegando, mas é muito difícil chegar na Zyra.
Bora, Tatu, beleza. Tatu pegou o dragão, ficou travado o Jojo. Todo o time da Isurus está em cima dele, mas por enquanto ele vai saindo. Zé Deodo tá muito machucado, ele tem que usar o flash, vai escapando. Só que o Gigo persegue. O Gigo tá atrás dele, o Zé Deodo vai tentar se safar, vai tentar escapar, talvez um executado. Tem que dar uma pancadinha nele pra não arriscar. Tá aí! Tatu com ele! Porque o jogo tá muito bom ainda.
É nesse ponto do jogo que começa a ficar perigoso. Tuts, meu Deus.
Nossa, derreteu o Ackerman. O problema é que ele ficou preso dentro do ultimate do Mireu. Ele vai perseguindo, a briga continua e o Tuts vai ser detonado. Ficou difícil, complicado pro time da Fúria, porque o Jojo tá numa situação terrível. Já tem double kill na mão do coreano.
Mireu sem visão da Fúria no momento. Mireu tá chegando pelo lado, o dragão já tá na metade, o Burdol que nega já.
Tatu vai tentar roubar, o ultimate do Barto de novo não pega ninguém. Mireu ultou na backline, travou todo mundo. Dançou de um lado pro outro e o time da Fúria fica perdido. Eles tentam devolver dano, tentam voltar, mas Zé Deodo na backline não deixa ninguém jogar. A galera da Isurus Astral passou o carreto. Ganha a luta e vai direto pro Barão.
E eu vou te falar que a equipe da Fúria ainda segurou demais o desastre nesse momento, que só vai aumentar.
Tabinha, que jogada do Mireu, Tabinha.
Pois é, o planejamento da Isurus Astral foi muito bem controlado.
Tá a briga pela selva, nessa parte superior do mapa. O time da Isurus Astral tá gastando o tempo do Barão, então pra Fúria, até que essa jogada aí, sem nada acontecer, tá beleza.
É, mas eles têm bastante espaço pra ir pro atacante, tem pressão na rota do meio, pressão na parte superior do mapa. Gigo.
Ele ficou atordoado muito tempo, ainda assim vai saindo. Cuidado, o time da Fúria tem que dar aquela recuada. E os Urus Astral tá muito forte, é muita pressão. Eles rotacionaram pra parte de cima do mapa. Snaker vai castigando essa torre. Lá de trás o Ayu compra a briga. O problema é que o Gigo tá praticamente fora da luta. Jojo faz a linha de frente, o balaço do Ayu pega a eliminação. Mas Jojo também pagou. O time da Fúria vai batendo em retirada. Tatu tomou lentidão. Ackerman em cima dele. Já era pro Tatu. Aí os Urus Astral pega outro bate. Pelo menos o Ayu, a besta mecânica, garante essa eliminação. Força o Ackerman a fugir. O problema é que no meio do mapa, o Burdol tá levando tudo.
O Gigo já tá de volta com a barra de vida cheia. Ele vai tentar rechaçar as Surus da parte central, mas o Mireu faz a contenção do Burdol e no fim das contas...
E o Tuts posicionado e tem um TP chegando. São 3 jogadores da Fúria pra poder pegar o Burdol, que é muito controlado. Tem escudo, pula pra um lado pro outro. Só que contra 3 jogadores é bala pra ele. Pega o abate o Tuts. E agora o time da Fúria precisa retornar, precisa voltar a rotacionar pra defender a base.
Aí o cobertor é curto, né? Porque ele descobriu.
Do Yuyu deu a visão.
Burdol chegando.
De um lado vai ter dragão, do outro lado Atacan. Pra mim tá beleza. Faz logo, pelo amor de Deus. Tá aí garantido o Atacan.
Cobrança.
O problema é que o Mireu agora tá focado. O Jojo pode ser a primeira vítima, ele já é eliminado, mas tem o buff da GA e o time da Fúria vai recuando. Boa jogada da Fúria.
Pra eles conseguirem ser mais efetivos.
Gigo pegou o Snaker. Gigo pega o Snaker, o AD Carry do time das Urus Astral. Foi sequestrado, o resto da galera vem fechando. Demora pra morrer o Snaker, mas garante a eliminação. Gigo tá na backline, em cima do Mireu, que consegue escapar no fim estouro. O time da Fúria vê um bom momento, vem fechando.
Ele não tem teleporte pra chegar.
Ele não vai parar, ele vai tentar levar o inibidor. Vai entregar o Barão pelo inibidor no bot. E o time da Fúria tem que controlar o Rio pra não correr o risco do Zé Deodo poder pegar esse Barão. Foi eliminado ali, vai voltar na base o Ayu. O Barão não foi feito. Vai todo mundo pra cima do Zé Deodo. Fica contra 4 jogadores. O Ackerman vai apoiando. O time do Tatu não pega em ninguém. O Zé Deodo é eliminado. A gente quer esse Barão, A Fúria pega o Barão.
Mas
acaba perdendo o Jojo. Gigo pegou, o problema é o Burdol. Burdol tá voltando, vai pegar a Mega Drive.
Tá sozinho. Ele tá sozinho, tem 2 jogadores aqui, vai a flecha, meu Deus!
Show de ver essa flecha, o Burdol garante o abate em cima do Tatu também.
Tá tudo bem, porque todo mundo vai...
que dar a cara. Fica essa situação esquisita pra Fúria, perdeu o inibidor do meio, o time argentino vai se espalhando pelo mapa.
Eita!
Tá todo mundo por aqui, eles querem acabar o jogo. Vão focando na torre do Nexus. A primeira já caiu, só ficou o Gigão pra defender, mas a vida dele é detonada, ele é abatido. O time da Urus Astral veio pra matar a partida.
É pra dar o fim do jogo, não tá? A torre vai cair. Será que a equipe da Fúria vai segurar? São 2 jogadores, tá voltando o Tatu, tá todo mundo vivo.
Vai tentar defender, vai tentar segurar. O foco agora é no Nexus, que tá pelado. O time do Tatu travou o Mireu, mas o resto do time das Urus vem fechando, vai eliminando a Fúria. A situação é terrível e desandou. É GG! Vitória das Urus Astral.
Defesa inimiga capacitando ainda mais o Varus para dar mais dano. Porém, não é o que vai acontecer. E a Zaya, você tinha falado dela, tá? Vai ter Zaya sim pra equipe da Esports.
Tá menos da metade da vida. O Ackerman fica por ali pra tentar atrapalhar. Mas
Jojo
já garante o objetivo, o time da Fúria. Encontraram o Ackerman. Vem todo mundo pra pegar. E o Ultimate do Maokai não faz nada.
Ótima cobrada da equipe da Fúria. O Ackerman ficou muito pra trás e sem proposta da equipe da Isurus. Opa!
Pegaram o Gigo. O Ackerman vem colando nele. Lindo flash ainda assim.
Não tinha como.
Não teve como.
Primeira proeza se eles fecharem.
Se pegar isso aí é proeza. Garantiu a primeira, o Biro agora. O Ackerman tá por ali, mas ele tá sozinho. Tá chamando o Snaker, mas o Snaker não quer vir não. Tá vindo tiro pelo rio ali. Fala, não vou não, amigo.
Já era,
Tem 4 malucos da Fúria aí,
Mireu
não vou
veio,
nada.
hein?
Mireu resolveu chegar, mas já garante o objetivo. O time da Fúria pega a primeira proeza. O problema são a Fúria da natureza. Raízes vem fechando. Zé Deodo foca em cima do Tatu, que usa um bom ultimate. Vai ganhando muito tempo. Jojo ficou travado, ainda assim com o flash. Ele se reposiciona. Do outro lado, a Yu e o Tuts vão se virando. Pula pra um lado, pula pro outro.
Fazer esse proxy agora, farmaria por detrás da torre é adversária, mas dá pra chegar. Eu acho que ele vai conseguir fazer.
Tem mais uma onda de Minos. Vai focando por ali o Gigo e as proezas vão pro time da Fúria mais uma vez.
Aparece com um pouco mais, ainda tem uma torre, mas é uma torre sem barricada. Eles podem fazer esse dive.
O Gigo chegou no Domino já, monstrão pra cima do Mireu, não deixa ele se mexer. Sai o abate pro time da Fúria. Sai o abate pro Brasil. Gigão esmaga.
Mas eles vão sofrer na parte de baixo do mapa, Gruntar, porque eles vão abrir a pressão ao redor do dragão na parte inferior. Se eles conseguirem derrubar a parte de cima, eu acho que tá pago aí, tá legal, porque eles vão abrir a parte inferior. Já tinham aberto, né, o Gigo, e agora vai abrir a parte superior também.
Foi.
Tá lá, então, duas torres, as primeiras T1 já foram
A equipe da Fúria, então, a equipe da Isurus Ancestral ainda tem que derrubar essa torre Tier 1 se quiser ter a vantagem na roda.
Jogou a rosa por ali o Gigo. Tem que tomar cuidado com o Burdol. O Burdol tá forte, a Andessa chatíssima pra se jogar contra. Toma cuidado aí o Gigo, mas ele tá perto da torre, tá tudo bem. O problema é o Akima. Aí 2 contra 1 é covardia, irmão.
É, mas o Gigo ainda tem um Dominus, tem Flash, ele vem pro dive, mas não é tão fácil.
Tem o teleporte da Fúria, hein? Gigo comprou essa briga, o teleporte da Fúria vai chegando. O Gigo chamou o Tuts e nessa parceria os dois vão tentando castigar o Isurus Ancestral. Tem que tomar cuidado com o teleporte. Akame morreu, chegou o Mirão, mas pode vir, amigo. É 2 contra 2 de novo.
Esse objetivo, a Isurus Ancestral não está pronta para conquistar esse arauto. Inclusive, será que vão conseguir levar essa rota do meio? Porque o Ayu chegou por aqui. Mas agora vão perder a torre do meio, que é natural, mas eles pegaram 2 torres antes de perder a primeira.
E, cara, a equipe da Fúria, apesar de ter perdido a T1, também vai retribuir aquela pressão. A T2.
Talvez nada, Colossus. Armou! Bem na torre, garante a cabeçada. 5 jogadores da Fúria estão posicionados, eles querem essa torre. A briga come. Ackerman tenta fazer a entrada. Não consegue, tem que botar o rabinho entre as pernas e fugir, porque o Snacker já era. A torre tá no chão. E o time da Fúria vem com tudo pra jogada pelo bote. Pegaram o Burdol e ele também vai pra vingança. O problema é que o Burdol...
tem 973 dash também aí é fácil, né?
Tá, de um lado foi torre, do outro lado dragão. Esse é o segundo dragão do time da
vez o Tatu não precisou fazer sozinho, sacrificar ali minutos pra conseguir esse objetivo. Toda a equipe da Fúria foi lá e realizou, então 2
no meio. São muitas pipoquinhas ajudando a derrubada da torre. Ela já vai pro chão. O time da Fúria
vem pra mais um round. Lembrando, eles ainda estão com o buff do atacante, ainda estão com essa GA.
E é por isso que eles estão forçando tanto o jogo. Por isso que eles estão forçando tanto esse ataque. Eles vêm na parte inferior do mapa. O Gigo faz a entrada. Zé Deodo usa o ultimate. Trava o time da Fúria. Mirel também chegou, mas garante a eliminação. O Ackerman já era. O Burdol também tá muito detonado. O time da Fúria vem pra poder matar o jogo. 1, 2, 3 abates, mais 5 Mirel e Snacker vivos. Por isso o Gigo é detonado. O time da Fúria ainda insiste. Garante outra eliminação. Jojo vai saindo no limite da honra. Tá lá! Ace pro time da Fúria!
E com isso eles vão derrubar aqui na parte de baixo. O Gruntaro Ayu tá vivo. O Tuts que caiu tinha teleporte, ele já tá de volta na jogada. Mas o Ackerman já nasceu. Caiu o T3, caiu o inibidor. Talvez caia a T3 da parte de cima. Não caiu, mas foi encaminhada. Não vai dar
isso pra galera da Isurus Ancestral fazer essa entrada. O Gigo vai segurando junto com o Jojo. O Ackerman já foi eliminado. Barão é garantido. Chegou o Mirel por aqui. Ele usa um bom ultimate, mas a Fúria vai controlando a luta. Controlando o Burdol. Já pegaram o primeiro abate. Gigão esmaga segurando a backline. Não
deixa... do mapa. A torre T3 do mid vai pro chão também. Tem Super Minion chegando no bot. O Tatu tá caçando até agora os José Deodo, mas o José Deodo voltou pra base. Com isso, a equipe da Isurus Ancestral vai tentar mais uma.
Mirel tentou pegar o Ayu. Pode vir, Mirel. Pode vir, porque o Ayu, ele é ninja, meu amigo. Saiu desse engage. Tudo se encantou. E a Fúria vem pra tentar agora matar o jogo. Gigão deu toda a volta. Vem fechando lá pelo topo. Ele quebra a backline, atordoa todo mundo. Trave e garante a eliminação em cima do Snacker. A Fúria vem pra tentar acabar esse jogo. Zé Deodo também morreu. Não tem mais jeito, é o time brasileiro vindo pra cima com tudo. É GG! Vitória da Fúria!
A Gwenzinha. Tinha que ser, né?
Ela.
Tinha que ser, né?
É o Gigão, a assombração. Gigão, assombração?
Não, não é ele não. Você
ele
confundiu.
Não, mas tá valendo, tá valendo. Eu confio em você, Grutar.
Tá.
Olha, números de carreira do Gigo com essa...
Tu tá dentro da selva inimiga, o José Deodo vai dar de cara com ele.
Ele já tá com a vida meio detonada, vai tentando escapar. Ficou sem ter muito pra onde ir. Pula pra longe, o Mireu vem fechando. O Tatu não vai ter jeito. Flash Blood pro José. Vai Chilavas lá do outro lado quando ela
Cuidado do Gigo aí, ó.
A câmera vem pra cima, joga pro alto. O Gigo vai ser
muito caro por isso. O Jojo vai contestando a equipe da Fúria.
O Tatu quer pegar o nível 6, ele
Pegou.
consegue pegar, vai pra cima do Zé Deodo, que roda e joga todo mundo pro alto. Ficou atordoado, travado de longe, o Ayu vai mandando bala e saiu a atenção, o Gigo ultou mais pra limpar a onda de Minions do que qualquer outra coisa, que ele quer farmar nesse momento.
E o Zé Deodo não desiste. A passiva da Sejuani vai dar aquele atordoamento no Zé Deodo, vai dar uma puniçãozinha, porém o dive tá desenhado.
Ultimate tá voltando, Zé Deodo já tem o dele. O Gigo tem que tomar muito cuidado. Pegaram o Burdol! Pegaram o Burdol! A Fúria desconta de novo, o Tatu sai com abate.
Calma lá também, Burdol. Calma lá, que a situação não tá tão fácil. Aqui no bot, Zuckerman veio pra sujeira.
Vem pra cima, passa a barragem incendiária.
Meu Deus.
O Jojo tem que usar o flash. É perseguido! Ele na volta salva e garante a eliminação pro time da Fúria. Vão ficar essas vacilavas, serão 5 pro time das Azures Astral.
Tem teleporte, parece que a Fúria quer continuar, hein?
Opa! Ixi, saiu lá do outro lado essa âncora do Jojo. 4 jogadores da Fúria estão posicionados, o Guigo também chegou. Veio todo mundo por aqui. Tem isso,
Eu pego a atenção no ar aqui, Grunta.
Tá um jogo meio tenso, tá um jogo nervoso, um jogo complicado.
Mas calma que o Zé Deodo tá chegando, hein?
E o Ackerman consegue entregar o Jojo, ele é muito focado! Snacker garante ele.
Na LTA Sul, a gente vai ter o atacando na parte de baixo do mapa. Primeira vez.
Olha, o Tatu flechou pelo Covil pra gankar o Diego.
Bora, Burdol! Fica por aí, meu amigo. Gigo tá em cima, já usou o ultimate. Tatu vai colar, tem que acertar aquele atordoamento maroto. E ele não deixa passar. Consegue movimentar, rouba o campo da selva, garante o topo do mapa inteirinho. Inclusive a primeira torre do jogo cai lá no topo.
A torre vai ficar pra equipe da Fúria, que tá alocando seus recursos em trazer o Gigo de volta pro jogo, cara.
Porque precisa.
Bota 3 para esmagadores acorrentados, que é o up aí da base de Mercúrio, consegue ainda mais. E dá pra ver que essa troca tá bem legal pro dia.
Olha esse boneco, meu Deus, o Tuts não consegue sair, a situação pra ele é terrível. O Burdol simplesmente não toma dano, o Tuts dança pra um lado pro outro, vai escapando e saindo do jeito que pode, do jeito que dá. Tem teleporte atrás do time da Fúria pra poder ajudar o Tuts a se virar. Teleporte pra um lado, pro outro, arauto no meio, o jogo fica uma bagunça. E podem fazer isso nesse momento da partida. Ainda estão esperando seus campeões crescerem, ainda estão esperando eles entrarem realmente no jogo. Mas, Colossus, você tá dando a hora, né?
Começou muito mais movimentado por aqui, só que foram pegar o Jojo, hein? E o Gigo também tem teleporte, vai azedar.
Gigo ficou travado, o Jojo tá na posição um pouquinho melhor. O problema é que o Burdol tá em cima dele, junto com o Mireu. Gigão, mais aquele ultimate no flash! Pra dar dano, garantiu a eliminação. Agora o Gigo vai contra o Mireu, que dança pra um lado pro outro e garante a eliminação. Jojo também morreu. O time da Fúria meio que ficou perdido, não tem ninguém aqui pelo topo. Só ficou o Jojo e o Gigo pra morrer.
E o Tatu vai sobrar também, porque o Ackerman tá por aqui, o Zé Deodo teve que gastar o ultimate, o Tatu. Situação complexa, hein?
Aí o Tatu vai saindo, eu acho que ele não morre não.
Beleza.
O bom é que o Tuts se manteve muito bem, né, ao longo dessa partida aí, 22 minutos. Agora ele já tem o abraço de Seraph, então vai ficar um pouquinho mais tanque. Tem uma botinha ali também de resistência mágica, então vai conseguir resistir um pouco mais. A gente tá vendo os dados aí da selva, que tá um pouco a favor do Rosé de Ouro.
Tem 3 jogadores da Fúria pra cima do Mireu, ele é atordoado. Olha a entrada do Ackerman, o Gigo já era e o time da Fúria fica no prejuízo danado, porque o Tatu também vai cair. A Azures Astral encontra uma luta pelo bot e não vão mais parar, meu amigo. Essa T2, ela vai ser detonada. Tuts do Flash vai se afastando, Jojo também. Fica muito difícil pra Fúria, que vai sendo caçada aqui em Summoner's Rift. José Deodo não para, tá dentro da base adversária. Agora o Ayu tenta descontar. Ah, meu Deus. O míssil não pega e o Snacker garante a eliminação. A galera da Argentina vem com tudo e vai levar a bot lane inteira.
Vai passar o carro pela parte de baixo. Vai passar o carro pela parte de baixo.
O time argentino inteiro. O Zé Deodo vai garantir esse dragão, é o terceiro, é ponto de alma pra eles. A
Fúria de lado pela Isurus Ancestral, eles vão
Você vai
voltar
comprar,
agora. A Fúria conseguiu chegar
Ó,
no objetivo.
Tem TP também do Mireu chegando. Todo mundo da Fúria jogado pro alto. Controle de grupo é intenso. A entrada do Mireu vai varrendo o time da Fúria. É carreto do Isurus, vem passando. E não tem nada que a Fúria possa fazer. Esse de novo, só fica o Jojo vivo por ali que vai sendo caçado, não foi isso, né? Jogada de novo do time da Isurus, que vem agora pra passar pela parte inferior do mapa, levar inibidor, quiçá o jogo.
É o jogo aqui, Grutar, é o jogo. O Jojo não vai conseguir defender a base sozinho, faltam mais de 15 segundos pro resto. O Ackerman ainda vai pra cima do Jojo, que vai pro chão, a Fúria vai cair, a Isurus vai sair com a vitória.
Agora sim o Ace, e agora sim a Isurus Astral vem com tudo pra mostrar seu favoritismo e dar o GG.
Conseguir, tá? Então, a Leona, o Azir pra combar, não é tão limpa, não é tão clara, mas é aquilo, é uma iniciação de uma longa distância que pode dar ali o setup pra um Viego brilhar, pra entrar um Renekton também.
É, a Leona não necessariamente.
Isso aqui vem sendo muito disputada aqui na LTA Sul, muitas vezes não mostrando todo o seu poder ali, como a gente sabe que ela pode trazer.
É, bastante prioridade ainda nesse começo de jogo nas mãos do Renekton aqui no mid. Agora o Greve tá conseguindo dar um gapzinho já no full, hein? Olha só o dano que vai tomar o Azir.
E aqui a Sejuani tá bot. O Aegis passou pra cima do Giggs, ele gasta o flash e permafrost lá atrás. O Prince busca, tá lá! É Frostblood na jogada, pode garantir um dano ainda nessa brincadeira. Vai encaixar, caiu, encaixou! É dano!
E Vandal Wave pra tentar ajudar aqui.
É a subida do Frost, né? Então ficam sozinhos os atiradores na parte de baixo. E o Brence é até mais forte, mas vai subindo também.
Já fez uma lava por ali a Red, mas vai abandonando por enquanto aquele Covil. Eles podem retornar ainda, mas o fluxo tá muito próximo também com o Drake Hero. O Ridan tá com ali 2/3 da vida. Giggs tenta conectar a lâmina, a gente acaba não conseguindo quando ir pra cima. O Fu tá com metade da vida nessa brincadeira, tem que tomar bastante cuidado. Já tem larva garantida, mas agora estoura a luta. E aí ó, a equipe no fluxo vai ser prejudicada. Vai finalmente eliminado. Pode virar a luta sim. Parecia que ia ser ruim pra eles, mas tá saindo bem demais. Já tem o reset do Drake Hero. Vai ter eliminação aqui embaixo em cima do Giggs. E a Red tenta aí o resgate, mas o fluxo chega brilhando. Olha o Marvin agora na perseguição. Dispara o místico, atrás de dispara o místico, mas o Brence assume ali.
A disputa das proezas de força está a favor do time da Red, só que eles perderam cerca de 1k da vantagem de ouro que eles tinham e agora empatou o jogo.
E lá vem o Aegis. Passou pelo bot, passou pelo top, conectou, vem permafrost, ultimate. Aí, amigo, um abraço. Rida foi pra base. O Grave pode ser punido, mas ele consegue chegar na segurança da torre. O Fuina pode buscar ele, mas consegue fazer o recuo.
É, aqui no Greve, aparentemente, tem uma iniciativa do Fu que gastou ultimate. O Greve perdeu esse flash, então tem que tomar muito cuidado. O Greve vai precisar de cover.
Foi só pra tirar a sentinela mesmo, deixaram pra lá. O dragão vai ficar com o fluxo da Psy-Time. O dragão do oceano, então, garantido pra eles. Ninguém ficou com a contagem das vastilarvas. Porque pra você contar como um monstro épico realizado pras proezas, tem que ser o 7 das 3.
É o fluxo W7M, mesmo que a Red pegue agora, eles conseguem empatar. E aí vai abrindo essa disputa das proezas de força. Tem o TP agora lá na rota do meio do Greve. Será que eles vão chegar ainda pra proteger, né, a Red?
Ó, pegou ali mais uma larva, sobrou mais uma. Vamos ver se eles vão conseguir completar o 7 das 3, enquanto que já estoura a batalha aqui embaixo. O Vicus continua batendo, faz a linha de frente. E Dan perdeu metade da vida, barragem incendiária não pega ninguém. E agora tá sozinho, Ridan! Perdidinho no meio da bagunça, ele já é eliminado. Já cai também a Vastilarva, consegue o 7 inteiro, a equipe da Red. E vem a perseguição. A conquista é muito maior do que os objetivos, porque a Red vai destruindo o fluxo. Pode fazer mais uma vez aquele do fatiar e picar. Enquanto que a FNB vai ser daivado. Boa saída no meio do caminho. E o Fu sai com nada de vida. A FNB se virou bem demais no dive.
FNB foi clean demais. E agora fica uma corrida pela torre no top e pela torre no bot.
Vai cair a torre primeiro no top, eu acho, hein? Foi um segundo, cara.
Já tinha a vantagem das eliminações, agora vai ter ainda a possibilidade, né, de aprimoramento aí das suas botas.
Pra tentar fazer aquele push e deixar a FNB mais livre.
As larvas, né, geralmente tá tudo rodando em volta desse primeiro spawn de larva. E aí, agora no bot?
Ih, rapaz! Aí, Ridan, tá na Disney, queridão.
Tava do lado a Aegis, aí o Ridan acabou desse passaporte direto pra base.
Encontrado o Frost no meio do caminho, mas a devolução na hora, consegue sair por ali rapidamente também a equipe do Fluxo, vai voltar. Será que vem a segunda onda de ataque? Teleporte atrás, o fudendo combo, jogou o Aegis pra longe, vai garantir a eliminação, mas quem cai é ele! O Fug se perdeu na jogada, entrada com TP agora do Ridan, ele neutraliza também, fica 1 por 1 por enquanto. A equipe da Red vai ter que bater em retirada, acabou se dividindo, o Fluxo tá inteirinho, vem na perseguição agora, vai tentar segurar o Frost, pelo menos ele consegue sair, o Drake Hero vem na perseguição, acabaram acertando e vai indo pra trás.
Mesmo sem a torre, o Brence tá forte demais, voltou dando demais no Drake Hero. 1 para 1, a iniciativa da Red foi de tentar punir rapidamente o Drake Hero, mas ele deu desengage. E aí o Fu tá de Azir, mas tá de Lee Sin, tentou dar um insect, se expôs demais com a chegada do teleporte. 1 para 1, mas a Red tem mais vida, tem mais saúde e vai pra cima o Greve tentando buscar o abate.
Ai meu Deus, olha o flash pela parede agora do Ridan, flashou pra sair também, o Greve tá tentando sobreviver, mas o Neo é neutralização agora nas mãos do Marvin. O Fu ainda volta vivo, o teleporte chega a tempo pra tentar levar o Flash também, a eliminação já é certa, não para de lutar o tempo inteiro.
O abate e o neutralizado que deixa o Marvin um pouco mais próximo do Brence. E agora o Arauto já foi pro chão enquanto tava...
Os stacks da lágrima, conseguiu ter também a força da Trindade, tá com um martelo ali também pelo caminho, o Arauto leva essa T1 da rota do meio.
Ser mais impactante, mas até lá a Red vai conquistando, é mais uma torre e ele já tá no dragão.
Aqui já é meio que uma guivada, hein? O Frost vai voltar o cooldown na ultimate dele daqui a pouco, o Fluxo vem dando a cara, a Red splitou um pouco, a Aegis FNB embaixo, foi pra mid lane o Brence junto do Frost, e quem agora tá batendo no dragão é o time do Fluxo e teleporte utilizado pelos dois.
E meu Deus, os dois TP chegando agora, um pra cada lado, olha o ult! Já chega na conexão pro cima do Drake Hero, deixa ele inutilizado um tempo, mas ele vai pra linha de frente, vai tentar buscar, é garantido pelo Aegis, não vai ter roubo não, mas ele gastou o dash, ele agora ele não tem como sair, ele tem um flash, pode tentar ir no retorno, fica aquele vai não vai, tá recuando a equipe da Red, eles não querem a batalha, o que parece, o Greve e o FNB estão isolados.
O Greve tá sem flash, ele tá muito dentro da jungle do time do Fluxo, que vai dando chase pra cima dele.
E continua batendo todo mundo, fica pra trás! O Greve some perante o... Agora essa tentativa de flanco, o Renekton lá embaixo, vindo a pé, o Ridan não tem TP. Então ele vai demorar horrores pra chegar nessa luta. O teammate do Aegis agora passa em branco. Mesmo assim, o FNB encontrou o Giggs no meio do caminho. E é um a menos pra equipe do Fluxo, que vai continuar tentando lutar. Mesmo sem o seu suporte, vem tentando aproximação. Agora o Ridan finalmente se aproxima. O Drake Hero tá praticamente eliminado. Passa barra incendiária, já tá dando um dano gigantesco. O Marvin por ali. Não dá pra finalizar. Olha o Ridan. Ele chegou atrasado, mas ele chegou na hora prime. É a cereja do bolo. Ele vai batendo um atrás do outro. Já garante a eliminação. O Greve caiu. Lá em cima o Brence consegue bater. O Drake Hero tem um golpear pra pegar o Atacan e ainda continua a batalha. O Frost tenta levantar, acaba não conseguindo vir pela lateral. O Brence passa pelo lado, mas quem paga o preço agora é o Frost. Pouca vida, não tem avançar, neutraliza!
É, mas o Fluxo tem visão no dragão, né? E também tem um arunguejo, então eles sabem que a Red não tá fazendo o objetivo.
Ridan pelo lateral, a Aegis tenta segurar, o ultimate justamente em cima do Renekton e aí tesourada da Iona. O Giggs tentou se jogar, mas o contra-ataque de segurança da Red foi sensacional. O FNB ainda segura aquela backline e consegue recuar pro seu time. Então a equipe da Red que descalunga. Uma defesa com contra-ataque maravilhosa. Eles pararam o Ridan.
Muito trabalho, né? Ela conseguindo levar esse matchup contra o Renekton e deixar o Ridan sempre sem vida. Agora ele vai pra cima com a ult.
Opa, vai tentar ali Goldomes aqui no meio também. Tem ultimate no bot, tem ultimate no mid, mas aqui evapora o Fluxo. Tá molinho, molinho. Jogadores do Fluxo selaram o destino dessa partida e garantia-se 1-0 na série melhor de 3. O W2D5 lutou, deu combate, mas realmente a Red está sendo muito mais madura. Claro, o jogo não acabou ainda, mas com a força que eles conseguem agora
pro time da Red, eles vão buscar mais.
E busca lá em cima o Ridan. FNB não quer saber de nada, chegou o time inteiro da Red. E aí, amigo, Jacaré virou lagartixa e foi pra base de novo.
E perdeu o flash ainda, o Jacaré tá numa posição difícil demais agora o Fluxo. A frontline caiu, tem Barão a Red e ainda vai tentar buscar o Atacan.
O FNB já tá batendo nele, tá ali, ó, em cima do Atacan o tempo todo. Já começam os debuffs e o Fluxo W7M do lado. Quer buscar, quer achar o momento. Querem, quem sabe, agora achar a possível virada ou uma finalização de jogo a favor da Red. É um tudo ou nada que pode acontecer caso o Fluxo entre, mas parece que eles estão desistindo, tem uns passos atrás, a FNB chegando pelo flanco, eles sabem dessa possibilidade, o Drake Hero no máximo pode tentar fazer um milagre por ali, mas ele também já recua e com isso o Atacan é da equipe da Red.
É, a Red pega o Atacan, mas não conseguiu usar tanto esse Baron pra puxar as waves no momento. O time do Fluxo agora vai de novo tomando a iniciativa da FNB. Olha essa boneca pulando, não para.
Gastou o flash, foi pra cima do Drake Hero, tirou o que ele podia por ali de vida, vem avançando agora pela torre pra Pra tentar levar até 2. Brance, Dieguinho, vai levando muito dano, quase foi eliminado. A equipe do Fluxo se segura, mas quem quer agora é o Drake Hero. Ele ia ter justamente a GA pra voltar e até agora nem precisa, porque os resets vão acontecendo por aqui. Eles conseguem jogar o Fluxo pra trás, levam o Drake Hero, se arriscam, tem ainda Voltio na jogada e é só conquista.
O Barão empoderando aí esse recal, eles conseguem ainda chegar no tempo do dragão. E aí tem essa pressão também pela parte inferior. Tá muito tranquilo o time da Red para definir esse jogo.
Uma alma Hextech é algo poderosíssimo pra se juntar. A FNB zoando os caras por ali. Já tem agora de novo esse... Que é isso? A FNB encostou no Ridan, a vida dele faz sumindo, cara.
A FNB tá não conseguindo snowballar o jogo inteiro.
Agora é questão de tempo, né? A Red colocando bastante pressão, vai ampliar a vantagem de ouro que eles têm, que eles conseguiram manter durante todo o jogo e vão pressionando em todas as rotas, né? Um 1-3-1 muito visível aqui do time da Red.
Pressão total, eles conseguiram uma Hextech ainda nessa brincadeira. A equipe do Fluxo vai tentar se segurar, mas é muito difícil pra eles. Já tem o ultimate do Frost, busca a linha de frente, eles conseguem sair muito bem. Vai tendo recuo, segura o seu inibidor que ainda resiste.
Olha o Brence batendo bastante, vai pra cima, dá o W, ele conta com a GA e vai voltar pra base.
Vai ter a retirada, já chegou, ele virou
mil. O vai dar um face check.
Ele tá sendo visto, gastou o que tinha pra gastar e gastou a vida também, porque não tem jeito, já é eliminado.
Ridan.
E agora? Ridan tá chegando, vai ser muito bem recepcionado. A Red faz um montinho pra cima do Fluxo, que vai sendo devastada ponto a ponto, peça a peça, é mais um que vai embora. Tem double kill do Brence na jogada, o Marvin vai tentar sair, ele que ainda não morreu ao longo da partida, vai continuar sem morrer, mas agora o jogo pode acabar.
Então apenas os 2 carries de pé sem ninguém de frontline, o time da Red tem Minion chegando e essa wave é o suficiente para tentarem dar um GG, são 5 larvas e a Red vai tentar buscar 1-0 na série.
Tempo demais de sobra pra Red, ainda busca um full lá atrás, ele usa o Zônia, garante um pouco mais de tempo, o Marvin vai tentando sobreviver lá atrás, ele vai batendo, mas não tem o que ele possa fazer, uma torre de Nexus já cai, a segunda vai na sequência, Nexus exposto e a matilha abre 1-0 na série!
Em cerca de 35 minutos, a Red ainda
em habilidade, em skill matchup, em Jax contra Jace, ainda mais com o Jace tendo o dano a longa distância, conseguindo empurrar o Jax caso ele venha pra tentar um atordoamento. E aí a Zeri é a última escolha, vai querer contestar, já vão entregar inclusive esse aronguejo da parte inferior, que é gankar o Fu.
Não tem visão, o Fu não sabia da presença, o Flash, mas tá muito longe ainda do Ezreal, assim, ele consegue conectar e tá lá!
Uma coisa que no ano passado seria tão comum, mas que nessa semana já não é mais tendência aí entre os times, e por conta disso tem o Ridan no bot.
FNB é avançado, ele não tem mais flash, foi puxado pra trás, vamos ver se vai ter dano suficiente pra tentar uma execução, porque ele não tem mais como fugir, ele liga a velocidade, foi punido! Pra pegar o nível 6, enquanto já tá presente do Frost por ali. E vem pressão no rota do meio, de o Flash agora, a sequência gigantesca, o Brasil do Marvin, ele é evaporado por ali, vai tentar o contra-ataque, a equipe do Fluxo, buscando o Brence agora também na segunda ataque, ele vai conseguindo sair, faz o catback muito bem, enquanto que agora é mais um abate conquistado pela Red, e o Fluxo investiu tudo no contra-ataque, mas o tiro saiu pela culatra.
Trabalho durante o jogo de ficar mais próximo da experiência, de ficar mais próximo do Brence para conseguir chegar nesse nível 6 primeiro, aqui ainda na casa dos 10.
O ainda tava no top, puxando a wave, a Red já tava todo mundo pronto para puxar o gatilho, pegar.
E pode agora garantir, além desse dive, a proeza, porque essa torre tá destruída praticamente. E aqui agora, se tiver abate no Ridan, pode anotar que é da Red. E a SC parece que vai se tornar realidade. Vai segurando, a FNB vai tentar também esse avanço, todo mundo pra gankar, todo mundo pra ir pra cima dele, dá certo demais. Ao mesmo tempo o Greve também cai lá na rota do topo. E vai ser uma corrida que nem é uma corrida pra garantir essa torre, porque lá embaixo a Wave já chegou nela e vai ter proeza de força de novo pra Red.
A Red faz as coisas mais rápidas de STV caóticos da matilha, mas até então, controle de mapa, a Aegis e Frost estão ditando muito melhor que o time do Fluxo.
Os da Red estão saindo ali do mid.
Eles vão contra-atacar, vai pra cima do Drake Hero, enquanto que é o Fu que é alvejado por aqui, não tem mais Tier 1 e aí eles não tem proteção, desceu o Prince, tá descendo o Frost, tá chegando o TP. Enquanto isso, o Fluxo vai se juntar primeiro, o Drake Hero já é punido, é um a menos pra equipe do Fluxo, a Red vai buscar ainda mais, o Fu gasta o flash e passe branco, teammate do Marvin, e aí vai ter custado caro, o Prince ganha mais tempo, mas acaba sendo neutralizado por ali, vai tentar continuar a perseguição.
Agora a jogada da Red, porque eles conseguiram levar vantagem no bot, 2-1, e aí o Greve tinha ação de Minions na rota do meio,
e é muito mais propício pra Red, eles só tiveram cada vez mais aumento dessa força em relação ao fluxo.
Eles guivarem o Arauto, eles não tiveram nenhuma chance, né, de tentar contestar, acabaram guivando, e eles acabam tendo que guivar também o Dragão, porque o posicionamento da Red chegou, os jogadores chegaram, agora vem o Arauto pra cabecear esse AT2.
Por enquanto, agora que o Drake Hero tá chegando na base, o Giggs também saindo, então estão dando recal e a Red já levou a T2. Tá sendo agora, assim, um baile de Red Canids.
Tá faltando uma cobertura de mapa muito grande.
Vantagem de ouro, já tá colocando as sentinelas onde eles querem. Agora são 50 segundos pro atacão, mas vai ter briga no mid.
Vai iniciar agora o Drake Hero, mas ele é contra-iniciar. Nossa senhora, ele sumiu! Aquela estrela, nossa, que jogadaça, mas a vantagem construída fala por si só. Ele tá conseguindo ser muito sólido pra equipe da Red, enquanto que aqui o Ridan pula assim que sua torre é destruída, porque a equipe do Fluxo estava chegando, TP atrás.
Vamos ver, tá bem longe ainda, o time da Red vai ter informação que o Fu tá chegando e eles têm como dar o counter engage também.
O Greve vai demorar de chegar, enquanto que o Fu chega, casta o ultimate, vai pra longe aí no Prince, ele tem liberdade pra bater, tá caetano, tá liberado. E com ele livre, o desastre vai acontecer, hein? Mas quem consegue aqui o primeiro agora é o Marvin. Eles conseguiram se aproveitar da vantagem numérica, porque só agora o Greve tá chegando. Já tem mais de eliminação agora, mas aí a situação pode se complicar de vez, porque chegou a Ari com dash, vai garantir o abate, ainda tem a perseguição e tá lá!
Assistindo a Red fazer do jeito que eles quiserem. O Greve tava lá no bot, sem teleporte, essa luta no topo era com a menos, e ela foi com a menos durante a maior parte do tempo. Conseguiram ficar igualados nas eliminações e eles são vivos aqui pra tentar mais coisa.
Não tem flash, o Frost, hein? E o Gravitar também pode ser punido, passa pela parede, leva o dano e que dano solado, maluco! O Fu cobra e olha o que tá acontecendo. A equipe do Fluxo quer colocar a sua equipe pra ter esperança. Rapaz, olha o que tá acontecendo.
Virar o jogo, hein?
O Fluxo pega o atacante da GA. E isso dá um novo respiro, dá um novo gás pra ser.
Eliminado, volta pra base, garante a torre. Mesmo que seja cobrado, tá tranquilo.
Ele sabe que o trabalho dele tá feito. Pegou a torre, tá tranquilo, pegou o ouro todo pra ele. Retirada.
Ela, também falamos um pouco, mas nesse momento agora é quem tá mais forte do time do Fluxo.
O Drake Hero pode ser punido aqui nessa brincadeira, mas lembrando, a GA tá disponível. E ele vem pra retirada, continua a perseguição ainda. Olha o Marvin ali em cima, e tá batendo e batendo forte. Indo pra cima agora do Frost, já garante a eliminação, pode vir retirada também. Ele ainda vai saindo, enquanto que...
A vantagem que eles têm de ouro era pra ser deles, acabou ficando pro time do Fluxo, mas o Barão ainda não é de ninguém. E olha a FNB.
Vai ter retirada aqui o Ridan já foi. Vai perder o Anjo Guardião e vai pra base. Custa milhões por ali e o Dragão já tá vivo. A Red vai dar a cara, sabe que o momento pode ser deles. Pode ser uma decisão de partida por aqui. O Ridangu gasta o seu atacante pra longe.
Péssimo ult do Fu.
Aqui gastou. Gastou o principal elemento do Fluxo na luta e com isso a Red não conta a conversa. Já parte pra cima. Ultimate do Marvin. Vem pra cima agora do Aegis. Já gasta agora o ultimate. Já faz também agora o atirador. E vem agora a perseguição. Tirou completamente o Brace do jogo. Eles tiram o golpear e tiram também o AD Carry. E agora o Fluxo pode dominar o Covil.
O Ridan caiu, mas ele foi o herói dessa luta. Conseguiu tirar o carry. Agora o Gravitar vai pra cima. O Dragão tá sendo feito. A Aegis está no chão.
Olha a complicação, Greve pra bater, o Frost também, mas ele vai sendo focado. Volta ainda agora FNB pra tentar salvar a luta. Será que dá? Mas o Fluxo também tá inteiro. O que é que vai acontecer aqui, meus amigos? FNB, o salvador da pátria!
O FNB opera um milagre para manter a Red no jogo, garantir essa alma da montanha. A hora que parecia que nada mais podia salvar o time da Red, ele estava lá.
Inacreditável o que faz agora o FNB. Uma luta que estava perdida.
Com rapidez pra cima.
Olha ao vivo. Olha ao vivo! A Red tá buscando e vai conseguindo alcançar agora o Fluxo, já garante a eliminação e eles perdem rapidamente. Com a morte do Giggs, com a Red avançada, a Red foi pro Barão.
A Red tá se aproveitando bastante desses erros, agora o Giggs caiu, pegaram a alma da montanha, também esse Barão, e vão tentar puxar agora a eliminação pra cima do Fu, que não encaixa 100%.
Já encaixou o ultimate, mais o dash pra trás, com isso ele ficou seguro por ali. Mas agora esse bônus de Barão vai entrar na base da equipe do Fluxo e pode ter decretado o fim de tudo, hein?
Agora provavelmente não tem como segurar tudo isso. O inibidor do mid já foi pro chão, a Red continua puxando o top e vai abrir ainda mais a base do Fluxo.
Será que acaba agora? A vantagem já é muito grande, a Red tem tudo que precisa nas mãos, tem muitos recursos ainda disponíveis, mas eles vão na maturidade. Eles já liberam dois...
Sim, isolado na mid lane, tentando encher o saco, enquanto o Greve vai jogando entre bot e entre a mid lane, mas o inibidor do bot daqui a pouco também vai cair.
Full pro ultimate pra mais impedir a equipe da Red de avançar do que qualquer coisa, mas não adianta. Não adianta nada, a torre T3 já tá no chão, é a última torre T3 destruída, o último inibidor também, o jogo pode acabar agora.
Agora a Red vai simplesmente esperar e cozinhar com a Minion Wave que vem chegando, 40 segundos restam pro Barão e a Red pode fazer o primeiro 2-0 da LTA.
A LTA pode testemunhar agora a sua primeira série que não vai pra 3 jogos, a pressão é máxima, vai pressão pra cima da torre, a primeira de Nexus vai resistir no máximo que pode, mas ela já cai, gasta tudo que tem a equipe no fluxo, enquanto que os Minions vão macetando a segunda torre, FNB pulou pra cima pra tentar acabar com o jogo de uma vez por todas e vai acabar! Um double kill com triple disparado, é tudo da Red, é quadra, será? Será que tem pinta? É pra buscar o primeiro da LTA, vai ser dele, vai ser do Diego! É pentakill, Diego Brance!
Esses moles de mid-game, por isso que a cobrança também vai existir, mas acho que um saldo geral da primeira semana é que tá todo mundo podendo mostrar jogo. Até o Fluxo agora que saiu derrotado com 2-0, ainda mostrou momentos de um bom brilhantismo de alguns jogadores.
Time jovem, time que acabou de se juntar, então dá pra fazer sim essa junção. Mas é isso, meus amigos, a Rafa agora tá lá embaixo com o homem, o cara que inaugurou os pentakills da LTA Sul.
Não, fala sério, ó. Primeiro 2-0 que a gente teve na LTA Sul. Final de semana de estreia, você com a Zeri, que você já tinha aparecido em clipe de mundial, e faz um pentakill ainda.
Cara, você nem quis dizer. Assim, eu vou falar que eu tava com o feeling que ali no final ia dar penta, tá ligado? Quando eu peguei triple kill, eu já comecei, meu penta, já gritar, aí dei penta. Tô muito feliz de ser com a Zeri ainda, né? Meu melhor boneco. Tô muito feliz.
E a reação do Greve, ficou feliz?
Mas acho que o Greve fica mais feliz que eu, mano. É bizarro, mano. Sério mesmo.
Ah, muito legal. Ó, vamos falar agora. Essa semana teve um Talcast aqui e o BRTT tava nesse Talcast, o Baiano também tava nesse Talcast. E aí eles comentaram dessa line de vocês de não ter nenhuma mudança. Eles falaram, inclusive, que eles achavam que a Red precisava vir renovada com alguma mudança e não com a mesma line. O que você acha disso?
Ah, eles confiaram no grupo, a gente confia muito no grupo também. Teve a adição do Bells aí, que tá ajudando a gente demais. Tem outro área assim pra equipe, sinceramente, então eu tô muito animado, os dias estão sendo muito bons e tô curtindo treinar, assim, pá. Então é isso, só melhorou, digamos assim.
Teve um outro comentário que me chamou a atenção, queria que você defendesse seu colega, tá? O Micão, essa semana, falou que o Drake Hero era muito melhor que o Aegis. O que você tem a dizer?
Ele falou isso porque é amigo do cara, pô. Só pode. O Aegis é um cara, respeito.
Beleza, beleza. Parabéns aí pela vitória de vocês, pelo pentakill e por tudo mais, tá? Pessoal, com vocês.
É o novo técnico Belzi fazendo efeito na performance do Brance. 2 jogaços por parte do nosso Tigrinho, com direito a um pentakill. GSTV, na estreia da LTA a gente precisava de um pentakill, né?
E foi muito confortável, né, esse time da Red. Acho que no draft, também nesse segundo jogo, tiveram ali seus momentos de... assim, dar uma balançada, não encaixar tão bem uma luta, mas um time que, assim, de forma geral, controlou a série inteira, os 2 jogos.
Com certeza. Eu acho que no primeiro jogo, como a gente já tinha explicado, né, apesar de ser um time dominante, contra um time que é bom no LoL, sempre vai ter pelo menos algum tipo de disputa, sempre vai ter um objetivo que você perde, alguma coisa que acontece. Nesse segundo jogo, teve um pouquinho menos. A Red dominou muito mais e eu acho que foi mais coesa nos seus engages, nas suas escolhas de luta. Mas vale lembrar, também foi uma composição, acho que muito mais fácil de jogar, né, Jess?
Sim, e com jogadores bem dentro da zona de conforto também, mas acho que a Red sendo mais, assim, mais experiente, mais maliciosa, conhecendo melhor as lacunas, as janelas que eles precisavam jogar e jogando nesses momentos, nesses horários certos. Enquanto pro time do Fluxo W7M, um time talvez um pouquinho mais experiente, um time mais malicioso, teria percebido que era a hora que o adversário queria jogar e não dado esses espaços, e não jogado no tempo do adversário. Saiu um pouquinho, jogar no próprio tempo, e acho que eles não conseguiram respeitar tanto isso.
Eu sinto até que talvez a performance individual, o Marvin tinha uma oportunidade aqui com um pick que está sendo tão prioridade, que é o Varus, basicamente 100% ban ou first pick, primeira rotação em todas as ligas do mundo, não conseguiu ter aquela dominância na lane. Mesmo caindo no matchup que era muito dominante, a partir do momento que a Zeri, nas mãos do Brance, que é característico nessa campeã, começa a escalar e você não conseguiu ter algum tipo de vantagem muito grande em cima da Zeri com o Varus, eu já sinto que ficou ruim o jogo.
Teve mérito da Red também, né?
Sim,
de evitar bastante essa rota, de não deixar o matchup que poderia não ser bom ficar pro time adversário, acho que de protegendo o começo de jogo do Brain, se não comprar as coisas pro lado dele. Porque assim, no jogo passado, tava de core, que saiu na frente, é tudo em volta do Brain no early game. Sim. Agora não, agora a Zeri quer farmar, deixa pro outro lado do mapa, esquece um pouquinho o Brain, joga depois, e acho que o fluxo do W7M não soube abusar disso, né? Não soube cobrar tanto isso, pressionar.
E o resultado é um pentakill, o primeiro da nossa LTA Sul, logo no primeiro final de semana, divando até a base, a fonte do time do Fluxo para conquistar esse pentakill.
Obviously the Corki as well has those missiles, but if they can get up close and personal, they have a huge amount of burst potential.
And I mean, it is going to be the Renata, so not the likes of Alistar or anything like that for the matchup against the Rails.
Sante still just ubiquitous in the meta right now, has been for the last 2 years.
I think it's really important that the GX bot lane just chills here, doesn't take any poke, because as of right now, Sheo is still clearing his red side, and Closer has to move down bot side. Oh my god, Jackie's, no mana on Camilo!
And no life on Jackie's! Oh my dude.
That was puzzling.
That was puzzling. Closer's on his way across. Camilo still has the flash here.
Oh no!
Oh, he flashes into a wall!
Well, he looked to invade on enemy Grom spawn, but I think Sheo's going to get back in time, so he's just back in his own jungle now.
The overall sequence actually a little bit bad for Camilo. Obviously gets that kill. Noah pulled back here. Flacker trying to put the damage down. Noah low on mana. One more auto would be enough, but they can't quite get it. Stand has been ignited. Chun trying to trade back in here, but can't get close enough to Stand or Flacker to put that final.
With short flash that Camilo made. Well, hold up, no flash mid lane.
It's the weakness of Camilo now. Without the flash on the Victor, we talked about it in draft. He is 3 kills, or first 3 kills. First to slay 3 epic monsters, 1 grub count. 1 grub count, all 3 of them counts as 1 towards the 3 epic monsters, and then first tower is Flacker being up in the top lane, not having TP. He was just catching that, now pushing it out. It's going to be matched by Lot, who will catch the wave as well. On the bot side right now, Sten stepping forward, going to handshake Jun, who goes back in with the Magnet Storm, tries to dash away, the hostile takeover coming out as well, and Jun has to flash the wall. Wind becomes lightning, was just wide of Jun. He's able to survive for now. Meanwhile, in the bot side, Carlson and Lot still bussing heads. In the end, it looks like Jun is just going to be able to get a reset off. What did we have exchanged? Crescent Guard was used by Sheo. Stend used the hostile takeover.
Here we go again.
With a Q3 again, but Carlson is looking for the opportunity to trade back in. The Drakehound step giving him that little bit of extra range that he needs to stay out of the clutches of Lot.
Yeah, and in the end, they're just both going to recall. Little greedy by Jun there as well. It was actually GX who didn't have the mana advantage. Camilo had come through from the top side, so they almost managed to get that killed. In the end, though, they had to reset, and that means GX can actually get this grab.
Maybe their second of those neutrals towards the feet of Strength. Dragon up in 40 seconds. TP coming out from Lot. Carlson just resetting now. See if he's got his runs, beelines for this top lane. He's like, maybe I can help save Carlson, because if you do give him the bayline here, Carlson is going to try and dash around, but Jun can lock him up for a moment. Counter TP coming out. There's a Shadowing Strike. Carlson flashes early. Jackie's comes in with the Emperor's Divide. Camilo's here, but he's a little late to the party. Jun takes the kill. Giant X get their 3rd, and with it, they get that portion of the Feats of Strength. And alongside it, with only a minute before the Rift Herald, they can set up control towards this top side.
Yeah, and it's not really that big of an investment. Yeah, you use the ultimates, but it's again Ignite and TP, and you'll have that up for the next, well, still going to be 5 minutes, but you happily take that. Camilo, though, can get a bit chunked here, which would give Giant X priority around that Herald.
A lot still pushing out bot. Carlson would have to use TP if he's going to match that pressure, which gives Giant X a lot of time towards the top side. A lot now moving away from that bot tower. Camilo does have the flash.
That's nice.
Sheo, there's the cease and desist going in from Closer as he looks to lock them up. Camilo diving towards the top side, but a lot with the TP behind, and now Send is all caught out. Giant X with their second, they're looking for more. Well, the second of this prolonged fight. They're looking for more. Camilo does still have the flash. Has to use it to get away from Closer, but Lot's not done. Camilo's gonna get pulled back alongside Sheo. Locked up, Crescent Guard comes out, but I'm not sure it can guard you from the might of Kazante. In the end, a lot. We heard Finn talking about him, obviously, in Ready Check earlier on, and showing why he is a player to be talked.
And they forced their opponents out.
Also shows where Giant X's priorities are. They took the tier 1 in the top side, chase for a couple of everything is coming up Giant X so far. For Heretics, again, a struggle of an early game, especially for Kamilu. That flash burn, where he didn't get over the wall for the second kill of the game, really has cost if he's going to continue to do that.
Yeah, it's not as easy as just playing Jackson fishing in the early game. Stendo fishing, finding Closer.
Closer's going to get pulled back here with a handshake. Hostile takeover coming out as well, and Closer was very greedy here. Flacker needs another auto or a missile. Doesn't have one in the tank, but he gets
Which
it.
I totally
wants
knew
more
when I said
food.
that. Right.
So it's Voracious. It's like, give me more action, which is why you get the Voracious Article.
Right. So far, Rift Tower getting spawned in mid lane. Let's see what happens here.
Well, the tower is going to die as Heretics secure it, and that's looks to be all they wanted out of do that yet. They'll take their third dragon of the game, putting themselves on soul point. Will Heretics look to play around this bot side? Will Giant X? Blackhead. Jun has that flash engage possibility. Lot going in, gets the lockup onto Kamilu. The cease and desist coming out as well as Kamilu's forced to flash to the rest of his team. Artican's patience from Lots as he's going to act as a bouncer. That Artican's already gone. Sheo locked up by Jun. Artican secured by Giant X, and now they have the false life, and they can take the fight to Heretics. The knockback with the Empress Divide on Kamilu. Sheo's locked up as well. Giant X looking for more. They'll find two so far. Stend flashes away, but Noah's still there for the chase, and I'm not sure Stend is going to stand much longer. A double for Noah. Well timed by Giant X. Looks like they're just going to start up the Baron immediately. Lot doesn't have TP, but he is recalling because they see Carlson in the bot side. They see Blackhead in mid. It's like, is Blackhead really going to be able to fight against us here? Getting the Voracious Artican just allowed Lot to dive in immediately, distract Heretics, and the rest of Giant X collapsed on the top side and got a fight unless Giant X full send into them and then Stend pops the hostile takeover.
It absolutely is, and it's not like they didn't try to invade this Vi while she was in level 6, but they just couldn't get the early leads that they needed, and then GX has just been playing a fantastic game. They have been the guys that had priority in mid lane, moved that around again and again and again, and I mean, it's hard for Team Heretics now. You feel like it's already over.
And it's clean from Giant X, 26 minutes in with Baron. They are pushing in the doors. That false life about to come off in just a moment. Jun gets a little bit more of the buff as now we see the inhibitor falling. They still have the Baron remaining. Giant X will look for their second inhibitor as well. I feel like the false life should have fallen off by now, but obviously my timing is slightly wrong.
I'd love a timer
It's
for
still
it.
going on, right? Jun goes in for the engage. Magnet Storm onto Kamilu. There's the Shattering Strike. What you gonna do, Victor? Sent back to the Arcane, sent packing by Giant X. It is clean, it is methodical. A public execution is not even gonna connect. Hostile takeover only hits onto Lot, although he's been doing a bunch of work this game. The fact that you get 50 gold for the Nexus kind of implies that there is some sort of extra Nexus shop that you can spend your money on, as we see Sheo dying. And yeah, it will be sold for Giant X. And now, on the other side of this, and they were trying to defend, they have many more ways to pull the trigger to go in for the fight, but Heretics don't really have that option at their disposal. Carlson's going to try and catch a couple of waves, and I will say the Ambassador experiment, I'm not going to say it's failed, but it hasn't really
done anything
this game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's his fault.
No, I mean,
I'm going to stress.
It's hard to say, right? Team Heretics has players from all different systems coming into this one as well, so building up an identity can be difficult. Also, hard to execute.
Jackies! Oh, Jackies, you absolute beauty! He slides 3 back and it's all done. Sheo trying to escape, but what can you do in the face of so much hate? Only Carlson survives. He gets the shutdown, he flashes away, but Lot's having none of it. He'll chase Carlson back down, Noah walks away from it. And in the end, Giant X will get the ace. Closer will secure it, and the Nexus will fall alongside it. Noah TP's in just to add a little bit of salt on the wound. Giant X will be 4-1 at the halfway mark of the split.
Yeah, that's just a fantastic performance from Giant X. I mean, pretty much everyone got their lane up a bit, and I will say the Elise might not match that profile.
I 100% agree with you, but it's Elise support in the LEC, and so we're going to be happy and excited about it, Gulwul.
I am so happy. That's the best goddamn Elise spot I've ever...
First scuttle grab on the top side. Hilly down to half HP, as is Loopy. Hilly healing, jumping forward, looking for the damage onto Loopy. Concussive blows coming out. Loopy flashes, but he's still in vision. First blood, though, goes over to Rahel. Kazi tries to answer it with one of his own. Isma now coming in. Oh my god, Vitality! What were you doing?
Oh, it's close. Oh, it's close. It's important, but look at that minion wave. Look at that minion. Dicey, you know, enemy junglers coming down. Rahel could probably just back off into the push where there's no vision, flash away, anything on the queue, but I mean, it's unlucky as well. It's one past the minion.
Now Rahel is by himself in the bot lane. Loopy's on his way across. Rahel gets Rahel! Rahel's gonna get two. It's a double at the tower. He'll lose the XP.
Oh, it's another horror. I mean, it's a bit greedy being here in general, but somehow Kazi takes aggro.
Because he autos first. That's how he takes aggro. Hilly didn't get in range to get the auto down.
No.
Nako's now dead in the top side as Isma gets his first of the game. And we asked for SK to come out firing. They've done exactly that. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Loopy goes up, comes down, locked up with the concussive blows, down to 100 HP, but a good storm from Rika will keep Kazi at bay. Rahel jumps across. Linsa's diving forward. Isma is just going to go for the grubs instead. Vitality took one of them, so SK will only be able to get two from this initial spawn, but Hilly and Kazi...
Are we still going? Really, Hilly? Are we still going?
I don't think we should have been. I do not think we should have still been going. I'm going to be honest.
I don't even know where to start.
Well, wasn't it yesterday that Hilly took 40 minutes until he died? Yes. Yes, he has. Vitality managed to get there. Seen stranger things happen. Nako getting jumped on by Genax. You can see what Vitality are trying to do. They're trying to force Genax away from the tower, but Linsa's tanks up a couple of shots. The Cyclone comes out, and it's a good enough dive from Vitality.
As well, he's got a lot of gold from the kills he got. The plating's coming through now as well, but I don't think he's going to be in a position where he can get that big first item power spike before the game Rift Grubs comes through. There we go, Hilly getting really aggressive.
Looking for the stun. Loopy coming across again. Cocoon landing onto Kazi. Hilly down to 400 HP or so. Linsa's here, but he's been tracked the whole way through his jungle. Glacial Prison only hits onto the decoy there. Has forced that W out, but not an exchange that Isma really would have wanted to make. However, they do gain control around the grubs from it, and it should be 5 grubs going over to SK.
Yeah, but Genax is staying bot. He doesn't have TP. Nako's already coming up, so they're in a great position to fight here's Vitality because Isma already used that ultimate, as you said.
Yeah, they have a man advantage. Isma might just look for 4 here. They're not to consult away. Nako looking for the flank. He's hit with the cocoon. Loopy has been on point with those. Vitality will take the last remaining grub, but it's 4 to SK.
And we've a lot going through this turret. Play coming through from Isma as well. They could dive Nako here. No one is around to defend him.
Zagragas is so hard to dive him. He goes in with the body slam, flashes away. Isma with the lockup, the ignite ticking. And there's the repel from Loopy to avoid the final tower shot. Hylissang and Linsas on their way across. Rahel looking for the tower. Hilly flashes forward. TP coming in. Counter TP by SK as Rahel dashes away. No flash on him now. Does have the cleanse, but Chayak puts him back. He dashes across the wall. The Cyclone will lock him up in the end, and as much as Rahel can try, he can't escape. Linsas and Chayak. Hylissang now running for the hills. Dashes back to a minion. The stun going in from Isma as well as Linsas will fall. Chayak and Hylissang trying to escape to their tower, but their tower will fall over with just a small breath of wind. A double for Rika. He's looking for more. Chayak underneath the turret can put up the Sun Disc. If that tower does go down, that might, can it? No, not quite. Take down the turret as of yet. Vitality unable to defend against the power of SK in that bot lane play, and the tower falls at the end of it all.
And then Rahel with the arcane shift over the ultimate, forcing Linsas to flash in as well. He made his enemy use so many tools to try and kill him.
Loopy might be dead here. Doesn't have the flash, did have it, but Chain of Corruption enough to lock him down. Isma on the Drake as well, as Vitality just want more of the action. They have the numbers advantage as well because Genax is in the top side and Nako is in mid. Genax does have TP. Isma should be able to jump out of the back of the pit. Nako now on Rahel, who remember has no flash. Knocked into the wall, but it's not quite enough to take down the Ezreal as of yet. The Drake begun again by Vitality. They will secure their second of the game.
Yeah, but it is traded on the top side. They get another turret this time around for Genax, so it's not, once again, harsh but true. But this time around, SK is not really in a position where they can trade this to anything, so really nice from Vitality. They can actually pilot this range composition around their poke because they've had a really good early game so far, but they need to drive this one home, and you're playing with
3 items on their AD carry, 3 items on their mid laner, and then be in a strong position to fight you later.
Yeah, and I love that you're talking about items because I think that's what they're waiting for right now with Chayak. He was the only one who didn't have, or at least he doesn't have the second item like Rika. And when you're playing this composition, you really want your scene to be in a good spot.
That was really nice from Hilly. Jumps in the way. Get down, Mr. Kazi. Blocks the Glacial Prison. Isma should be able to get away from this. Does still have the flash. Lynch just jumping across the wall. Was hit with a cocoon as he was invisible.
By Hilly, or is Hilly the one getting caught?
he flashes away from the Glacial Prism. Loopy flashing for the Cocoon. Stand beside me, used by Hylissang, but now he's being chased down, and once again, it's Hilly overextending and dying. NuckNucko's TPing in behind, though, as SK look to collapse on top of him.
Ooh, when they see that, he's flying in, and he's out of there.
Linsus eats a Mystic Shot. NuckNucko should be able to retreat. Genex will pick up those Blood Petals. The Atakan, a possibility here for SK. They do have a man advantage.
Oh, no,
Kazi having to flash away as well from Isma. Chain of Corruption going down. Chayak forced away by Rika. Kazi now dead as well. The bot lane doomed to death together. SK find 2, and now the Atakan in their eyes.
Chayak's resetting. He does have TP. Linsa's still around. He's trying to come around from a flank position, but it's already warded out in that tri-push, and now the resistance is getting
Cocoon. Loopy's been on point with these Cocoons. Linsa's forced away. Not quite enough damage to kill off.
I don't think Vitality's feeling as desperate to need to start this Atakan, but just that moment right there, that's a huge...
They know that this is happening. Hilly going to put the Glacial Fissure down. Genex has a good flank position. 4,000 on the Baron right now. 3,000.
Oh, great!
And they just can't get close enough. The battle enough to distract. Vitality starting to retreat. Isma looking for the Glacial Prison. It goes between the uprights somehow. Chain of Corruption for the route for the slow. Loopy
because it was easy for SK to get priority in the lanes and make the move first. Now you have Baron. That should be easier.
He doesn't have flash, so he has to dodge away from everything. Loopy on the back line. NuckNucko with a Seeker's Arm Guard. Loopy already dead as Linsus takes him down. The Cyclone coming out, knocks up Rika as well. They're still trying to kill NuckNucko, and they just can't do it. NuckNucko survives. SK pay for it with 2 of their lives. Meanwhile, Chayak's just pushing in bot with the Baron empowered double cannon minions. Another tower to them. Kazi will take mid-tier 1, and the gold explodes in Vitality's favor.
You said it yourself. All it took for Vitality to get a lead this game. Really? Are we really taking this fight? I feel like they're just going to go. I'm just going to continue talking. What you said is all it was going to take was one fight for Vitality to drive it home. They found that one fight, and I will say you saw 2 things there. Loopy, how squishy he is on the Elise, was immediately blown up by Linsus, but also the value of Hylissang's Sprong there, keeping NuckNucko alive, fantastic positioning, and really good playing against a full-fledged team fight composition. The moment one of you gets tagged to run down, you're going to have a rough time. And Kazi is doing a great job himself as forcing them away.
Yeah, Loopy's half-life before he can ever get close to a fight. Genex is going to be able to get a tier 2 in the bot lane. True Shot Barrage coming out, trying to clear out some of these minions. Hylissang down at half HP as well. Will be caught in that Chaos Storm. Glacial Prism going down as well, but Hilly will just come back with a false life. Chayak able to take the tower and take a kill alongside it. A false life exchanged for a real one. His inhibitor tower in the bot side does fall as well. Genex able to secure that one, but the inhibitor forfeit for it as Vitality Isma looking for the steal. You have to feel this will be the final nail in the coffin if Vitality were able to secure this soul. Loopy stepping forward, but really the Elise wants to be sneakier than this. Hylissang with the Unbreakable. Genex has managed to sneak behind, but he's on vision.
Oh my god,
Isma, look at him, he's a 3rd HP before anything really begins here. Mikhail's on Chayak, Mountain Soul secured, and they're just swept away by the Cyclone, a Typhoon, ripping through SK. Genex caught out as well, as 3 already. There's a super minion pushing into the base as well. Isma dashing forward, but Chayak puts him in his place. Only Loopy left alive. And Vitality, arachnophobes to the last, trying to take him down, trying to squash the bug under their feet. Kazi and NuckNucko pushing into the base. Hilly chasing Loopy away alongside Linsus and Chayak. They want the ace. They want to close it out. And Loopy goes up and then's going to go 6 feet under. Loopy dies. An ace for Vitality. The minions pushing into the base. And this should be over.
Yeah, the Itsy Bitsy Spider not having the best of time. Kazi and NuckNucko had ready. It was a dire early game, I think it's fair to say, but Vitality, their team fighting, remain vigilant.
From draft through to the team fights, Vitality's composition just coming out on top. Hilly, one last death for the road as Vitality secure their 2nd win of winter.
And good early game.
That can roam as well and play through the skirmishing of G2 is Rakan for the final lock-in.
Yeah, this is why I think you could have gone for the Braum early, is you're now enabling LeBron to go for what is going to be a solid engage. This is the time they were able to take it in finals. Surely this is the time we can take it into season finals, but they couldn't find success. Now they're looking for success in the dive.
Well, the dive is going to be a level 1 Broken Blade. He flashes away. Shield of Duran locks him down. Twisted advance. It's easy as that. Skumon getting bullied by Oscarinen, but a great re-engage from Lebrov. Damage done onto the Jace. He gets ignited as well. He has to flash over the wall, but Skumon hits him. Wind becomes lightning, and Oscar becomes dead.
I think he misclicked the blast code.
Oh,
he have. the push there from Humanoid to actually move over. So, yep, he gets it, moves back. Good trade from Caps, but now Mickey's in the area.
Yeah, Caps might be dead. Hello, old friend, Shield of Duran. That's easy as anything. Yeah. Humanoid even gets the kill. Blade dies here. It's going to be a disaster. They're waiting to balance as a Nature's Grasp and a setup from Q, a twisted advance, and that's all that Fnatic need. Disaster is up in top. Oscarin, and he has his TP if things go wrong, but let's see first if it goes right. He's buying time. He goes into hammer form, gets the resistances, but Wind becomes lightning, almost getting the slow down as Lebrov in this early game. The scrubs you mentioned now spawn, and Razork has to start this knowing that they're trading sides of the map. And with Upset here as well, it should be short work of the grubs. So 3 grubs for the first dragon of the game. Remembering again that Feat to Strength was actually picked up by Fnatic, so an even trade for objective is also a really good sub effort.
BB just went for a big trade on the bottom side. This is the dive that we were just talking about. I think Oscarin has to be so careful here.
It's Dominus, it's Oscar level 4. I love that you mentioned it because Skumond, as you said, it's in, it's easy, and it's easily.
Which works out fantastically for them. And as well, being able to get that plate to Upset in a decent spot. This is just to try and push the wave. That's all it is, I think.
Also get the cleanse. It's going to turn into a kill at this rate as Lebrov is getting shielded. But Mickey, that's your old team now, brother. You're not on G2.
That was such a risky play. Like, there was no need for it. I thought it was even just to throw the, like, get the wave pushed in or something, but I don't understand. There was no real follow-up there. Upset was basically out of mana as well.
Bit of a mistake. And with what's happening here with Oscar, remember, level 6 on Jace, what does it mean? Yakety sacks, that's right. Hammer form resistance, Broken Blade, he's not tanking up. It's Skumond, but under turret with the knock-up as well. Here comes the combo, and Broken Blade's out. Instant flash, good balance.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what the game plan was there. I can see Caps considering moving up towards that top side, but it looks like it was more to just cover the potential trade take on the grubs. Fnatic looking to trade on towards Dragon, but Razork is kind of low. Hansama, it's a poke Varus with a good amount of damage.
Mickey engages in, Chains of Corruption. There's a hail of arrows. The poke flashed away from Mickey would have been dead. Lebrov has used the quickness as Dragon still being taken, but G2 are going to convert and move down as Abscond Duck doesn't miss. Caps is running out of mana. Note the bar as Hansama also running low as Dragon is going to go. It's Fnatic who pick it up, but now running out is a different task. The poke on Razork is enough to glide away from Humanoid as Abscond Duck into Upset is good. And finally we see Humanoid's first ult of the game, but
all the siblings were gone. You know, they're about to set up. They're going to have a house party at the weekend, and then suddenly people
found a twisted advance. It's a Bramble smash down. There's a phase rush to follow. There's a Humanoid to cover. There's Caps to send out the soldiers. The flash away, but everyone's on him as Upset. Yoink! My kill!
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Guess what? Oscar's gonna die again. Why? Because Fnatic deem it so. He's gonna walk past the turret and Noxus will see fit how to deal with him. Kill over to Broken.
But instead, oh, are they actually? Hang on, I'm gonna hold this point.
Yeah, you should.
Doesn't have ult. This is a weird contest.
It's a soft contest? Herald's gone. Are you fighting after them? They'll put a fake turret up, but it's all about this contest with Nature's Grass up and available. Broken Blade will have to start thinking about a TP soon as he clears the wave. Nature's Grass for Nature's Grass. Caps uses his own, and a good stolen as Upset's damage on the True Shot Barrage is big. Now with the TP though, G2 have the fight. Upset is Sentir! Razork buys time. Skumond doing the same, but a flash away because Upset still hit from afar. Now the range, the poke comes into frame. Mickey's Zenith Blade is out, but in the end, it's still a shutdown. Upset finally, the Socceroo to get, because very committal engage from Fnatic. Once they're in, they don't really find their way back out. That sounds absolutely rubbish as Herald, hey! Love it, Nature's Grasp.
That was
onto 1. True Shot Barrage onto 1. Fnatic are not done.
But they got North, so Fnatic have to run away. So hasn't quite worked out in their favor. Again, trying to lock down a Rakan as a Leona is never going to be a good time, but MKOI.
Razork's by himself. Fnatic moved to mid. Solar Flare was also used, and Mickey is now drawing out this engage. Caps teleported in front of 3 people. Caps this game is having a stinker. Mickey's gonna die. Now, 2 old G2 members are dead. Well, one of them old.
Trying to approach this. You've no ult on Hansama, which leaves him very vulnerable. Humanoid still has that ultimate too.
Broken Blade's just getting weaved by this poke from Fnatic. True Shot
50-50 in this?
Hurts a lot. I think we are. Skumond once Wind becomes lightning, Rob goes in, but Razork buffers. Oh, the twisted advances have been so clean, man. He dodges damage, he dodges death, And I don't think you're dodging this if you Skewmon right into melee. Upsets Ezreal clean as ever. And
but there was nothing left in the tank. And Skewmon goes down with the ship.
It's so clean as we come back to live, and Mickey's engaged again. Up against the wall, Caps. He's been isolated in the lanes, and he's just dead.
Oscarina that was focused down. He's slowly started to creep up that gold lead. He's even now with Broken Blade.
Yep.
Not that far behind in the experience. And G2 just haven't really been able to punish in the way that they were hoping.
They really haven't. Now with Nature's Grass, they're looking for the next objective, which is naturally the mid lane turret. 3 versus 3 in mid.
Oh,
Mickey wants to dive this. The damage is upsetting.
That's a scroll if I've ever seen.
Pun intended as Fnatic continue channeling down mid. Now Cubanoid is here.
But trying to play this scomp that G2 has into all of that disengage is so tough. Mickey gonna get a little bit of a love tap from Skewmon.
This is going to go further than the love tap. Maybe 200 gold for the taking. 1 withdrawal. Broken Blade with Dominus. They want some more. Caps a Solar Flare, gets a perfect stun. Now Razork's in trouble as well. Twisted Advance again. He tries to isolate and get out, but the Bramble Smash this time won't be enough as another withdrawal. Upset tries to get a damage and a trade on the side.
That's why G2 don't want to pull the trigger, but Fnatic do.
Yeah, they do indeed. It's Mickey. He kicks it off. Nature's Grasp again. Not into Labrov, onto Skewmon. Sure shot barrage flushed away from Solar Flare under turret. I mean, Upset.
Few back and bought the space they needed. BB, though, is on the flank.
He's going to try something because G2 are going to throw a hammer into the works at 5k with a lead. Fnatic obviously favored as Oscarinen's the target, but Caps doesn't land anything. Mickey does, though, and with Baron down now, it's just G2 falling to the ground. The one-man is zero ulti. You'd say, yes, that's great from Caps. They're all onto Upset. You'd say even better for G2, but Fnatic are still too far ahead. And even if Upset dies, the humanoid mid survives.
It was so close. Labrov and Caps got the kill onto Upset, but it just wasn't enough. Fnatic had too much in the tank, and now they're marching down the mid lane.
They are indeed. The death time is at 25, and G2, I mean, they're normally the ones that win it out. G2 are normally the favored. We showed you the head-to-head record at the start. But Fnatic, as they work on the Nexus turrets, they know the death timers are in their back pocket. 10 seconds on Caps, another Nexus turret as they run back in. It feels like Fnatic used to look up at the stars, wondering about their place, but now they should look down and look at the dirt because they've drawn their line in at 4-1. I mean, we think about these wacky picks, but let's not forget, like, you know, Adam as well, situated top laner. Jack's also just great in the current meta. You know what I'm trying to say, that it's going to work.
Targamas is going to get cut off, so Malrang, level 4, level 2 Leona late to the party, and Kana might be the one left holding the bill.
Arctic Assault over, just set out for Flail, and with the Permafrost and Rel, how easy's that first blood? As Targamas shows up a little bit late here, and KC, I mean, the bullying of Jace, just like last game, continues again. For KC right now is the fact that Yike is getting solo experience around the Dragon and will be picking up this first objective. Grub's being started though. As we've seen, Grubs have a lot of...
We're kind of happy. Maybe we get a second one here with the Smite. And yeah, should be able to get it.
I feel like calling them grapes now. That's great.
And Patrick?
Patrick is dead? Question mark? He's dead! Kana flashes on his face. Now, Kana should be dead in return, right? Now that the flash is gone, it's a good sidestep, but yeah, with Sejuani here, it's just that easy. KC going to turn into a brawl as we look towards mid, but maybe we should look towards top. Chaos Storm, but not Chaos Storm. And in the end, I like the chances of Rogue as Adam gets a TP and flashes straight in. The feet comes through as well, while the setup for the bot dive. Kalist is level 6, he has the Whirling Death and doesn't even need to use it. Comes out late, maybe execute. It's going to be executed. Kalist with a cash in, and then now seeing it in fruition. So even though numbers look good as Adam has now moved towards mid, and as we said, you know, Kana can't join in with the TP. They're still trying to poke them down. KC ignoring Grubs for now. Roger finding 4, or rather it's going to be 5. So the Grub trade is no trade at all. 5 Grubs to 1 is what KC have as their turn. Engage is beautiful. The Shattering Strike can follow through. The Fate's Call as well. Yike gets out, but for how long? Patrick's picked up the first kill. Setting up all for this starting Dragon, which would be Dragon number 2 of the game. KC picked up the first one, and there you go. Talk about proactivity. It's executed in, but he's getting bursted down. Kalist is a serious problem. Needs to be dealt with, but a Whirling Death helps up with Yike. And Yike helps up with Kalist as Dragon begins.
He kind of chased Larson down the lane, so Larson couldn't actually TP in. He's now going to do just that, though, and I don't think it's been spotted here. Darkness is dead. No, he's not. Maybe?
It may be. I mean, you're right. Larson's just going to one-shot him. Abscond Duck out of range. Gravity Field gets him. Larson didn't think he needed the flash. Maybe he should have just committed it. He has ult too.
It's Kana, he doesn't realize it.
Oh, he might just have to die for it. I think he does, and he does get the first turret of the game. So KC picking up a feat while Kana's running for his life. This Jace, not sure how far he can go, as onto Adam the Flash for Flash. Malrun captures him as Yike is over the wall to help out. Wind becomes lightning and he stabs him. He swirls a bit. Adam decides to spin himself. So Kana will die, but Yike wants a trade. Stunned up, permafrost. I'm seeing a bop, a whop, and now a little bit more on top. Shut down by Yike. He goes in, he gets a knock up. And as Malrun comes back down, I think he's tanky enough, but a big duel will favor the Xin Zhao as a smite, a slow, a Q, and the Talons strike him down. And Targamas missed, but he gets the ignite. Okay, how do you do? With a blast cone out, Targi now needs a Zenith Blade. But Patrick is out of range and he's running into the fog of war.
He's trying desperately to run away. I think he needs to pray to all the saints right now that he gets out of this one, but can he find his way? Looks like he might be able to. Dodges on the wave. Good call from him there. Trying to set up Vladdy a little bit pushed out. Execute has a good position. No real vision for KC.
Larson stolen the Crescent Guard. 2.5k HP, and there's a steal. How did Yike get it? Solar Flare stops Rogue as well. Targaman's done a good job, and they've actually picked off the pieces. How? First of all, Yike. Second of all, Kalist. Third, Kana's damage, and the execute not there. But KC are now finding the fight, and Rogue have had it stolen away from them. Just like
out of last year, you're like, well, you're on G2, mate. So obviously you look good, right? But Yike has,
oh my God,
and is able to do so much again. Even the knockback, the Crescent Guard there, interrupts, executes, crash down. And now Targamas wants to kill Adam.
I mean, now it's a 5k gold lead. After that fight, and now after the TP, it's going to be more. Adam is going to counter-strike, but you know he's dead. Stand beside is only going to thrive for a little bit. Vladdy gets a kill on Adam. Kana defends mid. There is no counterplay here from Rogue. They're committing to
bot lane. 25 seconds until dragging Kana.
Malrun wants an ulti, but it's on cooldown, so he runs into Fog of War. He's tanky enough for now, but that ulti is going to have to buy him time eventually. But will he be dead before it does? Kana says yes, as top is the focus, but you can see bot is getting taken in.
Probably the vulnerable part of the map.
Yeah.
So rightfully backs off.
What can Rogue get right now? Dragon's going to go down to KC.
Without much contest here, again, poke relatively good.
Kalista's soloing it.
Yeah, he's got the lifesteal on it, and he actually can't poke. Like, he's the one member here that doesn't need to be part of this formation. So like, cool, we just take it right from underneath your nose.
Atakan, and now we win the fight, don't we? Because KC run in, and even if they die here, it won't matter, but Larson's going to die first. Electric field from Vladdy. Like the eel that slithers on Summoner's Rift. You don't know where it is because I haven't spotted it to you as KC run up this lane. Yes, Adam's going to get an inner, but I think the base is going to be torn apart by KC.
Especially with the Rift Herald as well. Like, that wasn't used, so now they're going to start to focus this down. Adam going to reset, but yeah, I think they should get another charge off here.
Why don't we end, says KC, and they're going to go for the Nexus turret. Malrun gets poked, Execute gets poked. Nexus turret number 1 is going to drop. Yike flashes away, but the GA is still available. Targamas jumps in, but you know what? They're not going to be popped. KC are going to end here.
Holy
21 minutes. Execute with a great engage, but Draven will one-shot you. Fate's call, an open Nexus, and they're playing to end the game. KC are getting low, and even if they withdraw here, it doesn't matter, because Rogue has to get blown apart as Kana dies in the end. That Nexus is bare, and you know it's only a separate time or a run.
With a good engage from... Never mind.
No, never mind, because he's dead. Adam in the ground, and they'll just go up mid this time. The defense coming from Larson and bot to make sure that super minion wave doesn't give free access for KC, but it'll still be like a 25-minute game.
This is incredibly impressive from KC. It has been aggression from the get-go, and look, you have champions that spike really well off 2 items, but I don't think that's even the talking point. It's just the entire thing is gone awry for Rogue, and now they're just kind of hoping they can slink into the darkness without getting caught by KC.
This is one of those games that's really hard to find MVP. Yeah, play some Carnage.
Secured. I don't really know how Rogue is supposed to do much here.
Help eventually, as the draw-in's not there. He spams his classic emote as Larson's flank could be mind-breaking, but as the TP comes through, now they're going to come in and just win the fight anyway. Larson, a good attempt, but Kalist once again just breaking bones. And Execute, no, but a Malrang flash, yes, as Yike slows them all down, and Rogue have just been sandwiched once again. Yike destroys Adam on the back end, and with Targamas' help, this will be the game. 26 minutes. Pick a lane, any lane, and KC will end.
Great stuff from KC. Rogue, again, showing that they are very, very strong when it comes towards lane swaps. But unfortunately for them, just don't really know what to do after that stage of the game.
The Nexus turrets are back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do we have the? Thank you. We get to bring up the 3 minutes. Woo! Beautiful.
They are back.
Yeah.
But Adam is still dead. Oh.
Is Kalist dead?
Yeah, I mean, that was almost a kill by Kana, by the way. But Kalist, he's just going to heal up. He looks low, but it doesn't matter. He sent out the ulti again. It's a 4 versus 5. And even though the Nexus turrets are back, even though you can't see a health bar, because for some reason Spectate just hasn't dealt with that yet, they're going to be targeted. They're going to die. I'm going to tell you the health bar right now.
Do you know what? I think these turrets are ghosts of their children's past.
They are the ghosts of children's past. And I'll give you another one, Dagda. It's not possible, but it is necessary for KC to run Rogue into the ground. 23, 24 kills. And Larson and Malrang will watch this end. Those turrets are dead, by the way. As we end this, KC, an absolute stomp. This is one of the best teams in the LEC, and they let Rogue know.
Talk about that Kraken Slayer into the Hullbreaker, yeah. Getting very popular over in, or even in solo queue as well at the moment. So curious what the game plan is. But there's the Leona, so team's kind of happy to opt in to clear out vision, but doesn't establish any vision for Dragon. You've got Supa opening top.
Jojo, is it a mistake? The soul was unsealed, unfaded, and Chaos Storm is now unleashed, and Paris is tanking up. Fate Sealed is great, though! Jojo thought he was in trouble, but but no mana bar on ice, and Jojo is now full health.
And Mbess is on the way, so everything used by BDS, and now Movistar Koi want to see if they can fight back.
Jojo gets tagged out. Alvaro thinks about the engage, but he's got nothing up and available. Flip back as Mirwin's ready to come in. There's the ultimate, the Magnet Storm in from the Rel. And remember, BDS, like I said, they haven't scaled yet, Dagda. So their damage kind of falling a bit as Koi now move in, and they're going to take 5 grubs.
I didn't quite see. I need to rewatch. Looks like Paris got interrupted there as he went for the engage, and Alvaro was just about able to skirt away. He was looking for that engage to see if he could pick off.
Sure, there's got to be some brown in there. That's Dragon.
Okay.
Mountain Dragon.
Okay, yeah.
You looked at me weird. They get a bit heavy here as Paris is waiting. Jojo wants a ward, finds it, sees everyone in there, still walks forward because his team's on the way, but he went early. BDS just slap him as Mirwin wants a public execution onto Ice. He finds it, really well done. That's a lot of damage and cleans up the kill. That makes it even for Koi as they're going to open up mid with those 5 grubs. Turrets drop like flies.
Yeah, Relevant going to be able to get on out of there, but they're trying to trade it for bot lane turret at the moment. It's just a case of how far Movistar or Koi want to go for this.
They're going to make it a dive, but into Cassante. Solar Flare, is it enough? Yes, Stranglethorns make it so. The Chuggle is also good. El Yoya takes the last hit, takes another one, unfortunately, because the plants are in action, but an inner turret mid.
Difficult to deal with.
Gone.
It's gone.
It's a trade of turret. They finally get the outer turret for BDS.
Look at Jojo. He thinks he's completely safe because all the vision that they've set up on this top side. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Is it buffered? Is it buffered? No, it's not. Jojo unseals his soul once again. This long con play. Surely it's going to work out. A nuke flashes to make it so. So Dagda, you're right. You liked it because in the end, it was well fought.
Well, the thing was, there was a ton of vision that was set up in this top side, right? They had here, covered here, covered here, covered. Higher line just becomes controlled by Movistar Koi. It makes it impossible to move up over towards the... thank you.
Warning top as well. That's our next look. So it's been a slow burner. But for Koi, it's not like we're talking about outscaling or anything. Movement speed, thumbs in the air because...
Incredible banana drawn by Jojo.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a legendary combo. Only Xiaohu was known for that last year. Well, he wasn't the only one, but you know what I mean. That's a big ulti. Stranglethorn's just sent out. El Yoya, the charge has already come through as well. Inner turret burned. Koi running forward onto 113. Mirwin's here, but he's going to be the target. Magnet Stormy flashes away from True Shot Barrage, pokes them as irrelevant. He went in, but now he went out with his flash. Damage, but maybe not enough to start thinking about this objective. As Jojo now foregoing bottom side. He's through mid. He wants a Fate Sealed. Nuke flashes away from double ulti. Jojo still gets some good poke damage off. There's 113 with the permafrost. The setup of the ulti is Paris is the poke out target. He's ignited down, but Jojo flashing forward just out of range. Now he's into Chaos Storm. Now he's blown up. BDS get a pick and they get a reset for Ice, but Mirwin, he's back into the fray and he's pretty tanky. He'll just keep Drake hounding it up. Drake. That's just so simple, isn't it?
I mean, what do you do?
What do you do?
It's a nice attempt here.
Herbology. Ulti used. The plants are just going to take this before BDS are even aware about the health bar. Yep. Baron down, Alvaro zones, and BDS were here to try and play the rest of the fight. Jojo thinks about an angle yet again, but even though the permafrost was set up with the Glacial Prison, you look at Mirwin, who gets a public execution in the back line. Nuke, dead first, 1-1-3. What's his scoreline, I wonder? Because he's going to die yet again. Put the 3 in the middle as Koi run down top. They've got 2 dead on the enemy side for 40 seconds. And this one just feels even more over.
They still have to wait for the wave. You can see Supa escorting that one in on the top side. Wave just about to crash, and I think that tower is going to crash along with it.
Ice is trying. He's going to try and wave clear this, but feels like you also need the Victor. Koi also still have the Arakan buff for another 30, 40 seconds, I'd like to say, as Mirwin jumps forward. Remember, they can die. They can just int this, because it won't matter. Alvaro runs in and looking for the stun. He's going to die eventually, but it is a trade because Ice is now dead. Mirwin gets some damage on the back burner as well. As well, the last 2 games have been kind of stompy.
Yeah, a little bit.
KC, I mean, at least Rogue's early game was, I think, quite competitive. But, you know, this game, like BDS, haven't been able to hold a candle, really.
Did GB and Jack Spectra's bet ever get made public? I can't remember. Or games last longer than last minute? Because I'm really curious. Because this is still quite stompy, but it's still 27 minutes.
True.
Most games have been over 30 minutes, so...
We don't see like the 20-minute games very often. A little bit in the LPL, but again, not watching enough of the LCK, I feel, so not sure if that's the case there. But yeah, it does feel so much longer, doesn't it? More objectives to fight over. You'd think the game would end quicker, but it is snowbally at the very least. Irrelevant just getting poked out. I mean, what do you say at this point? Mirwin just jumped in to 5 people. You know what? Why not? True Shot Barrage, Nuke, lucky to be alive. Irrelevant, the same can be said. It will still be a double inhibitor, even though Mirwin just decided to try and end it himself.
he had an idea.
Yep.
May not have been the best of ideas, but I'm sure there was one behind that. As I was there quite, yeah, like you said, it's all 3 inhibs down. They're going to play it nice and slow. 30 seconds until Mirwin can TP back in, and they just overrun them with minions. Ooh.
Flash, Jojo still hit. He might be in trouble here. The Yone surviving for now. Irrelevant gets the flip back, but look at Elyoya's damage. With the poke from Super in back, it doesn't matter. They can be a man down. They're still so far ahead as Irrelevant is just trying to buy time for the game to go on, but Super's not going to let him while that chase comes down. The Stranglethorns gets a knock up. Death Rocket would be good, but Nuke flashed in to get nothing. Jojo takes him out clean with Elyoya's support of the plants.
Super's just still going. Finally gets the tank, and now Mirwin's finally back up, so they will be able to TP in just shy of 30 minutes. Looks like Movistar Koi have it.
They'll move up alongside KC, alongside Ginex, alongside Fnatic. About day 2, week 2, it looks like our top teams are being cemented. It looks like BDS ain't what they used to be. They'll get sent to the fountain, and now with the Bear Nexus, Movistar Koi, your fans have something to be rewarded for. Their undying loyalty of last year, how close you got. It looks like you're getting close again to the top of the table. As you move to 4-1.
4 teams now tied.
Really excited to see who he pilot the Elise support, because even when he was a mid laner, he was really well known for roaming around. So we'll see.
Aurelian Soul.
We'll see.
Well, so I immediately, the trap on Ayla here could be huge. River gonna walk right over that ward right now. Huhi lands the cocoon, Castle right on top of him. The rivers run dry, and 100 Thieves are gonna lose their first scrap. It's already on the Drake. Bottom lane, Jace has total control over the 1v1. That half of the map just feels very comfortable for Disguise to play from. And you can see it again here with XU having the confidence to go in there, take the enemy Gromp. He knows River's up top side taking the grubs. He's not going to be around to contest
it. It is level 6 on the Vi, so
oh yeah.
Even Mbessa can't dash when Vi ults.
There we go. Vault Breaker collides immediately right back into it with the Wombo combo. XU with the sniper.
Wait, we got more action here too. Another one down.
My God.
Getting the map like this, going to be a little difficult. Here we go though, the approaching fight on Grubs. One has been taken already.
Okay.
XU still has his smite though. River does not.
Okay, well, they've secured the first 2 of this set without the smite, so this is a really good omen for them to be able to get the entire set.
Yeah, should be able to guarantee it. The second charge for River comes back up now, though, so he's threatening.
Okay.
They're trying to push him off.
It looks like Disguised is going to decide it just got a little better thanks to the Brutalizer purchase, but full Spear of Shojin already completed for Castle.
Any extra cooldowns? No actual kill given over, though, so that extra third kill still not there.
We got a teleport coming up top side. They're looking for the punish on Castle. Quid trying to close the gap with a taunt, does land it. Sniper making sure that he's careful to not enter too soon. He does not want to allow Castle to burst him down in a 1v2. Castle just getting the distance, turns right back around, slaps Sniper with a little bit of damage! And Castle just made him look silly in a 1v2. Yes, it's an equal trade. Some people got an accountant for their taxes. This guy's got an accountant for his yap. This is incredible. XU, although maybe he needs to get out of the chat and get back in the game. FBI shuts him down, shuts him up, and now Rivers looking for a little bit more. Goes in for the Spectral Maw, finds the stun on Huhi. Say goodbye to the Spider. As now another fight in the jungle. Abadaga trying to defend himself, but Quid jumping right back on with the Justice Punch into the Winds of War. Abadaga at 50 HP. Galio in hot pursuit, but
taken. But they do at least get solo tower gold onto FBI down there. Is loving it. Hey, OTV there in the house supporting.
They got to support their boy, yeah.
Love to see it. OTV, very, very old school League of Legends players themselves. All of them, by the way.
Well, now, hold on. We got the fight breaking out. Ayla and River here on the front line. The Rift Herald's already going to be claimed by XU and Disguise. Sniper trying to create a little bit of space here, but he's got to be careful. The Galio jumps in on top. Exactly the synergy we were talking about, but the rest 100 Thieves cannot join. Sniper in some trouble. He'll get gunned down first. Castle wins you games. But, okay, hold on. We can get back to this in just a second.
Got to get it first.
The Spider Cocoon is trying to keep River away. It looks like XU's just going to have to leave. It is a TY for leash moment. Drake secured by 100 Thieves. Now they're looking for a little bit more here with a fight. Quid jumps in with a taunt. They lock up the Jace. They beat down Org on tier 1 for Disguised. Can they hold the line and not continue losing this lead? They try to turn it back around as 100 Thieves wants to make the play, but now they got to be careful because XU's in the middle of everybody. 100 Thieves in a 4v1, having fun. Quid getting a payday for that one.
I have to say, 100 Thieves here showing a lot of very strong resolve in this game. Able to get these resets. Now Quid, though.
Well, Quid's just going to bring them in for the rest of the team to try to mop them up. Slam into the wall from the Poppy. Heroic entrance for the heroic follow-up. And Abadaga here in time. 100 Thieves still just looking on. The Otacon down to 4,000. XU incredibly low. Having to try to flash away and make a little bit of distance as Abadaga is going to be stunned up. Has to try to escape himself. Sniper distracting the rest of Disguised. FBI with a nice confirmed kill on the enemy mid laner. They've got the Otacon down to 1,000. It is secured by River and 100 Thieves. XU falls as well, and it's absolute tragedy for Disguise.
Oh, Scary Jerry and Huhi are going to be able to survive, and it looks like Castle running for his life still inside the Rift Herald pops out at mid tower.
Castle's playing GTA and he's got 5 stars. Rivers bringing in the tanks and everything else, looking to go after him. He's only going to lose the false life. Sniper jumping right back in, looking to finish off this Fed Jace, add a little bit more money to his own pockets, and Sniper Otacon for themselves. 4,000 gold lead, even neutral state in terms of the Dragons. It's getting more and more difficult, Kobe, for Disguise to find a way to win a fight.
It certainly is. Maybe they can just win a fight versus Sniper then. 3v2?
I don't know. Sniper's got buddies showing up. Ayla jumps in there immediately, looking to back up the Ambessa as Sniper gets the first kill back onto the Elise, and now they're looking for the second here onto Castle. River taking the possession. All they trade for 3 Disguised lives is a false life for the other side. 100 Thieves are not done yet. The push stays pushing.
Not done yet. As you say, River wants to continue. FBI here still has his GA. Ayla still has it. So not much Scary Jerry can do. Castle, but it's too late probably. Already 4,000 health and dropping.
Yeah, he's trying to get over here in time, but it's going to be smoked before it even matters. Baron secured for 100.
Safety of flashes. Maybe they can get some outplays, but if 100 Thieves just play it safe and use the Baron buff siege power to their advantage,
yeah.
The FBI with the safety of the spell shield as well as the magnitude of his poke. Oh, he actually hits an ult here too.
Dude, Castle's already at half HP. That's your most fed player. That is all your kills on Disguised. And 100 Thieves smell the blood in the water. They'll take out the tier 2 turret mid with Quid at the same time. They're just shoving their way straight through the enemy base. Scary Jerry is already dead. There goes the bottom lane inhibitor. The mid lane inhibitor turret is about to fall as well. The mid lane inhibitor will go right with it. 100 Thieves easily breaking through the enemy defensive lines. Sniper goes for a recall. He will be able to return immediately with the Unleashed teleport. Quid goes in for the taunt. He finds it onto Abadaga. Ayla with a tackle backwards. River going in after the spider, but who he gets away for a second. You can't say the same thing about the Azir. River tries to stay alive, but it ain't gonna work. The shutdown credit back over to Huhi from the grave almost, but he did barely get away as 100 Thieves with a 4v3. Continue the pressure, continue the push. They continue towards the Nexus. XU trying to distract them. FBI and Ayla putting the damage into the tier 4 turret here at the Nexus. A little bit more damage onto that second one. Got it down to about half HP. 100 Thieves. Still no signs of stopping. Another Unleashed teleport coming on back. No turrets left to defend him. XU and Castle both gonna die here in the front lines. Disguised falls apart. And 100 Thieves, despite a rocky start, are gonna take game 1 under 30 minutes.
FBI back on 100 Thieves goes legendary. 8 kills, 0 deaths for him on the Poke Varus, one of his favorites.
And boom, you just take over the game, wipe the team fights. We'll see if they can enable Jerry to play like that in this game, but it will be, okay, the final squad for 100 Thieves here. The Aurora's in, the Rel, and then Misfortune and Akali locked in for these guys. So just mid laner's level 6, top laner's still level 5 too, excuse me.
And if you look at the bottom lanes here, it's really the big difference is the reset on bottom.
Quid first blood. They both hit level 6. It's too easy for Quid with a perfect execution. Burst the Rumble down before the fire can truly be a threat. So that's not only first blood going over to 100 Thieves, it means control over the top half of the map. It means an uncontested first set of grubs.
Really good lane assignments here from 100 Thieves after that reset. They got their bottom lane into mid lane so they could get control over the grubs. And then with the solo kill here, Quid had, wait a second.
Abadaga, defensive shockwave to try to stay alive. He will get out with just 100 HP, but meanwhile, Disguised trying to finish their take of the Drake, but Sniper's hanging around nearby. He goes between worlds. Ayla ready to follow it up with a 3-man crash down, but they're still in a 2v3. Sniper's got to try to get away across the veil yet again. Huhi trying to escort XU and Scary Jerry away from this horrible, horrible place called the bot side river. Another shattering strike for another stun, but not.
Plus, he has so much, catch on his team with an Aurora, with, well, FBI.
Okay, XU working together with Castle though, and FBI gets busted up top. Not afraid of these guys whatsoever. Wants to play forward and aggressive here on the Rel. Again, stepping away from the winners by River's going to be your target. Drops the Crescent Guard immediately, but a big Rumble ulti comes down over the top. It's enough to cook Ayla. It's enough to cook River. Sniper goes for the between worlds, and Quid is going into the back line. He's already found the first kill. He's about to go for the second. Abadaga is down, but Castle takes out the Akali. It's a bloodbath both ways. Scary Jerry tries to get another, but Sniper and FBI.
When Sniper arrives, these two solo laners, 400 Thieves, do a lot of work. Scary Jerry trying to do something from the back, but even with getting excited, yeah.
Objective one claimed, because it looks like 100 Thieves will be ahead just by 1. They're on neutral objective. Huhi and Scary Jerry looking to wrap around here, maybe punish the overstaying members of 100 Thieves as Ayla has to try to use the crash down to get away, but it ain't gonna happen. They overstay their welcome.
Stages where there's not a neutral objective where they're able to group up and use their full 5-on-5 like that.
They're still only at 1 themselves, so then it'll still go on to the next Drake. Disguise moving up.
Castle's going for a recall too. He just hit level 11, rank 2 ulti on the Rumble, going for the purchase and teleport in. Here he comes.
Yep, he's going in behind the Rift Herald pit. He wants to be able to get a flank angle here. Quid goes over the wall with a blast cone. Crescent Guard for the Zinjao, keeping himself healthy enough here in the front line. Quid jumps in and immediately drops the smoke. Castle's trying to burn him out of it. Quid has to Shuriken flip back away to try to keep himself alive, but the Super Mega Death Rocket does not connect. Scary Jerry looking to get away, but the wind becomes lightning. Chases after him. River goes in, but he goes in alone. He goes in to die. 100 Thieves. They end up trading a 1-for-1 there as finally they get one back with FBI shot, making it even. River traded away for Castle.
I actually surprised there. Abadaga lived on the end with Orianna getting chased through the jungle. The rest of the team, though, XU circling around.
XU comes in. Beautiful shutdown there on the enemy carry. FBI's down. Sniper taken with them. Quid hiding out in the smoke.
But XU really flashing around, coming through with the flank, and once Abba arrives, they've got the extra damage. Toast and Po Belter are pumped.
XU gets to a game 3, 1-1-7 here on the Wukong. He has been a part of every single kill for Disguised in game number 2.
That one, They should be able to lock this up. They pushed out on the side lane tower as well. I look towards these spawns. Otacon in only 30 seconds back onto the map. Your jungle and defend your laners that are trying to collect the minion waves as they arrive. But XU does get chased out now.
He's already lost his clone. Shattering Strike, crash down, doesn't quite hit what they were looking for, but that is a massive shutdown as Sniper trying to evade his own death down here in the bottom. Stepping up, trying to stop him, but remember there's no equalizer here in the Rumble. Quid trying to go after the remainder of DSG, drops the smoke, immediately backs himself back away. The bullet time flies out. Scary Jerry trying to stay alive, but River's already been killed. Sniper makes his way in back from the respawn now. Who he trying to get out? Abadaga, tagged by the Shuriken flip, has to flash back over the wall to stay alive. Castle and XU both scrambling.
Gonna look for XU, chase him out of his own jungle.
Quid, he is hunting down this Wukong. Just gonna force him all the way out of here, make him scared. All right, bullet time from Misfortune doesn't accomplish a whole lot. Quid though, looking for Scary Jerry here in the back. Needs a little bit of follow-up, a lot of damage under the support from 100 Thieves, but Ayla's staying alive. Quid tries to dash back out and he kills XU on the way. Scary Jerry and Huhi both try to back out. Abadaga gets the kill.
Another objective.
All right, another Drake going the way 100 Thieves. We're fine, we're fine. But it looks like we might not be. Quid has found Abadaga here in the jungle, tags him with the Shuriken flip, gets back out of the way of the shockwave. Abadaga's down, but are they going to trade Quid for it? No! Second half of the perfect execution for the perfect exit as bullet time over the wall starts dusting Castle's health bar. A little bit more is all they need. Super Mega Death Rocket ain't going to do it as River stays alive. Quid still just baiting him in on the other side of the fight.
Doesn't actually put too much pressure on Scary Jerry. It's just Quid hovering in the jungle, finding the Orianna in the rotation. And that's the issue. When your team doesn't have the ability to push out a lot on your side lanes, then even your rotations between your own jungle side lane, very dangerous trap around Baron. They've got double control wards down here. DSG just gonna run in though.
They're running after it. River might be in a little bit of danger here. Drops the crescent sweep. FBI's already gonna lose his first life on this one, but Quid jumps into the back. Another withdrawal coming out. Really well thought from Disguise. Honestly, huge from them. They don't lose a single man and they take three. He's looking for it. He wants Abadaga and Scary Jerry yet again. The Baron down to about 5,000 HP. Ayla's got to deal with Castle, who's burning him down pretty low, but Castle has now had to use his own Zonias. Bullet time flies out. The rest of Disguised trying to scramble. Castle's left on his lonesome, and he's eating bullets. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. FBI takes him out, and River's going in with a win, becomes lightning. Scary Jerry with a flashback over the wall. XU trying to protect him as Ayla goes in, who he has sacrificed, and FBI's ready to kick Abadaga's front door in. 100 Thieves take 3.
They're going to take that tower as well, Flowers. I don't see them stopping. Inhibitor will go down. We're getting the recalls, getting the reset here. The defense from Scary Jerry and XU is going to be difficult.
This is it, though. They have to try to defend here. TP bringing Quid back with the rest of 100 Thieves. FBI staying alive for now. Finally going to be shut down. Scary Jerry falls. Ayla taking a kill on that one. XU is gone. 100 Thieves in the enemy base. They've got another wave marching up. Nexus turrets will melt like butter, and the hot knife is 100 Thieves. 17-14. It's going to be another 30-minute game. Quid's just having a little fun with it. River wants to end the game. GG 2-0 100 Thieves.
He already said at the beginning interview that he wouldn't deliver.
Yeah, that's why you don't gap. Don't gap beforehand. No.
Even if you're not going to deliver on the bet, like, you don't have to say it until you lose.
Yeah, you got it. You keep that to yourself.
Self-reported, Flowers. He's self-reported so early.
We don't do that. We don't do that. We got to train them.
In the end, though, they do get the dub. I really did like the 100 Thieves drafts with the solo laners, especially in the second game here with Fearless mode. Really kind of to come to fruition. 100 Thieves able to start out the LTA 2-0.
We saw a couple of bright moments from Disguised, honestly, especially early on in game number 1, the way that they handled the team fight here in the mid game after the Otacon in game 2. But 100 Thieves, they had what it took to get the win. We're heading for a break. Chat will be interviewing FBI in the fan zone on the other side.
Hello, welcome back to the LTA North. I'm here in the fan zone with FBI after your return to 100 Thieves and the 2-0. How did it feel to be back on 100 Thieves and also winning 2-0?
Yeah, it definitely felt really comfortable going back to 100 Thieves. There's a lot of familiar faces, and yeah, I've always loved 100 Thieves on org, and I think they provide literally everything that you need as a player, and it's been really enjoyable so far.
That's awesome to hear. I heard you talking with some of your teammates about the end of the game, the inhibitor. What were you discussing right after the game?
Nothing about the inhibitor. I was just talking about my MF ults were really disgusting, and yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
How's it been playing with the new players on the team? Sniper with his Zoomer energy, and even River once again.
Yeah, there's definitely a mixed bag of characters on this team. I think, like you said before, Sniper's always very, very energetic, and then River's a really chill guy, so it's a good mix, I would say, in terms of team personalities, and I've been really enjoying playing with the team so far.
How have you dealt personally? I mean, you've been in the LCS, now the LTA, for so long, and last split was probably a pretty big letdown. How did you deal with the offseason to get yourself in condition to play against 100 Thieves?
Yeah, I mean, considering that we just won the split before, the previous year on Energy was obviously very regrettable. But for me, after, it's just, you just take each year as it comes. I would say that, I mean, the last year really doesn't mean anything in terms of your current year. And I just went back home, relaxed for a bit, and then went for a Korean bootcamp. So I'm feeling in good spirits.
That's awesome. You played great today. I definitely feel like the MF in Game 2 was awesome. How was it playing with Ayla? Is there any extra Australian connection, or are you so much of a resident now in the LCS and LTA?
Yeah, we also have Australian coach, Sam, so it feels like I'm back home sometimes, hearing the Australian accents, and it's been really fun, I would say, playing with the team, and a bit of Australian camaraderie, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for taking the time, FBI. Go join the fan zone, and we're going to send it to the lounge to break down the next matchup.
Azir here as the pick for APA. Looks like it's more just about the disengage here. Your engage tools become less important when the other team really only functions by diving in on you. So I do think that TL...
feat of strength stacking there as he's actually going to go for it. Dignitas will concede and just back off.
Yeah, so basically Dig had the push on top, and they just used that for a first in darkness there, and may well be.
Okay, they're spotted it out. Oh, now he's there, and has level 6. Cyclone used Tomo in trouble. No summoner spells. Whirling Death for Jan. First blood picked up by Team Liquid's bot.
Both top laners do have TP available, but they're both still sitting on the bot side. Kaney gets the earlier push as APA went back to base.
Yeah, and he's not even TPing back to lane. He's walking all the way there. So if he groups up, he's going to lose the wave as now the whiffed engage from Lyra, and now he's going to get punished for it. Dawning Shadow over the top for the shield, but Lyra will still go down. APA now TP's in and has the shuffle flashed away by Isles, but the Whirling Death again for Jan will pick up another kill.
And that's the feat of warfare there as well. 3 kills now for TL. They're going to get all 3 grubs as well, so they will get some progress on this objective here. That's going to be the first of the 3 that they need for those feats of strength. But they are for Impact, in that 1v1. We haven't watched that at all, but he already has a Spirit Visage.
And Impact was getting the solo XP, as Isles and Tomo have not been able to survive the 2v2, but now they're going for their own play. Teleport flank here as Jan could be in some trouble. Dawning Shadow again over the top. Bailout's used. He's going to flash forward! Oh, got him!
There's so many wards, thrown down towards that bottom side here. All in this area from Team Liquid. You just have wards all over there on the minimap in the bottom right, covering Draven so he can continue to push up. is covering them as well, making sure that there's no sort of play that can surprise them down on the spot side. They have that early Bloodthirster working in towards IE, and they know without summoners he could be vulnerable, so they just want to keep him safe.
And how much scarier is it for Surdy to walk down here 1v3 and try and catch the wave? As opposed to Impact, who's playing this tanky Cassante right now. It's so much harder to take him down. So Team Liquid, they're going to get a tier 2 turret. Dignitas might get an outer turret if they can get this wave to crash.
Yeah, I mean, they'll eventually get it, but you're trading 2 towers for the 1, and you're also getting so much of that gold isolated on the Draven. Draven now 2,000 plus danger if you walk close as those 80 carries.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be able to contest this at all. That guarantees another tower.
But where does Katie want to approach from? AP is actually walking forward. He sees that Surdy's going for the back. That's flash out from Surdy. Dawning Shadow again does damage to APA as Surdy will walk up and get the kill.
On the bot side. So again, this is where it becomes tough. If you fall behind, the traditional thinking is, is on him. Herald going to get dropped here. They can just walk straight up. Wukong's threatening the wraparound. So Dignitas have got to leave. They might even be able to get a second charge as all 5 members here from TL.
Kaney is actually here, though. Could be in some trouble, and he dodges out on the Emperor's Divide, but still alive. He can't go down. Team Liquid rally to save their jungler. And now they're even diving the mid lane. Tomo's in trouble. Isles keeping him up with with the Summoner Spell heal, but that is also barrier used. Dignitas losing multiple Summoner Spells and their mid laner.
I mean, CoreJJ being so annoying there. Uses the Mikhails for the heal, uses Summoner heal, uses his bailout. Really put the pressure on you to come and look for a fight, right? So that's where it's going to be very, very difficult. We'll see if we can find a pick.
We're actually finding Umpty right now. Chain CC, Fate Sealed rather, as the Dawning Shadow over the top is still just not enough damage. Umpty burning down. Oh! Finally enough with the Leandries, but now AP looking for his own play. Emperor's Divide onto Surdy in the mid lane as he will be traded.
They're going to have the info that it was being hit, but TL will just pull off it, and they're going to look for Isles.
Yeah, Isles in trouble right now. Fairly squishy champion. That's a flash away as now Umpty's engaging snap onto Tomo. Doesn't have a lot of backup with the team, but here comes APA. Blast cone's over. APA flanking deep on the Azir, but they've already traded Umpty for nothing right now. Dignitas are still up on the Rift. Can they survive the onslaught that is Team Liquid? APA gets past them, and he'll take down both of the bot laners, as nobody else from Team Liquid will fall. Lyra in trouble as well. Will he burn down? No, just barely alive. APA might be hunting though. Gonna back away. Dignitas do not walk up with an advantage in kills. Umpty almost trades his life down, but APA saves the play.
Yeah, MT goes in, you know, at least is able to force out some cooldowns. TL, the rest of the members, massive gold lead on them, are able to fight through and take it. Surdy and Kaney actually got some pretty good damage. That makes it that much more difficult. Yon still has his flash available, as Kaney is pushing bot side, does take a tier 1. Dignitas likely not going to contest this unless the TP
they have
right
a teleport.
now.
Yeah, Kaney could look for it. He's going to go for a reset first. That's not going to be enough time. It's already down to 4K health. Team Liquid can just play goalie. That Adacon is theirs. Dignitas, I think, a little behind on the play. They just went for resets, so it's just going to be gone. I guess the play might be wait out the respawn timers here, because the Adacon buff
You can try, but they're not going to wait. That's the problem, right? With Adacon plus Baron,
yeah.
If you give it, you say, sure, wait it out, but then they have Baron buff minions. They're at your tower. They're going to dive you. 100%. They're going to dive you. They're not necessarily going to win the game, but they're going to dive you, and then they're going to come right back and do it again.
And they're going to flash forward. CoreJJ onto Surdy, slowing him down as well. Umpty's here. And Surdy's locked in place for a little bit. Gets away. APA with another shuffle under turn, but it only hits the tank as Umpty gets onto 3. Dawning Shadow gets the revive. Nobody's fallen on Dignitas. That was the dive, but was it worth it? Kaney goes in for the hero play. We'll have to snap back to the base. Dignitas are holding the line for right now, but like you said, Team Liquid, they're just teleporting back in.
Yeah, they still have 3 of those GAs available as well. So we'll see, how it goes. Impact has it, Core has it, and Yon has it. There's going to be a TP flank coming in here from Kaney, but he has no ult. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Can they do it? Lyra's trying to lock down APA, but it was not long enough. Yon's now walking forward, 1v3ing the rest of Dignitas. They can't back up Lyra and Kaney, so it's a 2-man mission. Can Kaney make it happen? Gets one more down. Now goes in onto Yon, locked in place. Kaney can be the damage dealer. APA can't quite get onto them as Tomo's unleashed onto Impact. Shut down for Surdy. And all those 3 items, as Umpty's going to be on to the Dragon Young as well. Kaney jumping over the wall to get some damage onto Umpty and Scout out. They don't have a ward in the pit, I don't believe, as it's just down. Team Liquid, they get the Dragon. That is sold. Dignitas were not able to push them away.
Yeah, not able to push them away, and Impact's going in.
Flash forward, as now he'll just jump back towards the team. Kaney with the knockup, but that's a very tanky Cassante. Umpty on the flank. Watch for the Wukong. Can he get onto anybody? It's only Lyra yet again. APA now onto the backline, but he's in trouble. Doesn't have the backup of the team. Goes golden though. Surdy with a shutdown onto Yon. That's something for Dignitas, and that's a lot more with the APA kill as well. Double kill to Surdy. Dignitas are making it happen. Team Liquid wanted it. Man. Surdy's going nuts as Kaney's pushing away. Whittle him.
I feel like Teal's going to start sweating a little bit. I mean, they're up 4,000 gold. They have a soul, but
they're just going to engage onto Surdy right now. He is a little away from the rest of the team, but look at the damage! Surdy on a rampage just absorbs the engage. He will go down eventually, but that's not what team... Shuffle everyone away. Just keep Lyra out of the pit. It doesn't matter if they have the jungler, but now it's just an engage from Dignitas. They lose the Baron, but can they win the fight afterwards? Kaney teleported to the top lane, but that's too far away from the rest of the team, and Yon is still fed. He's still ready to fight, and APA's getting fed. Double kill over to the Azir as Tomo's in full retreat mode. Dignitas thought maybe they could make it happen, but his name is APA, and this is his Azir. 7-3-3 with the triple kill.
Yeah, Kaney goes for that long teleport. They didn't have a good ward for him, so he couldn't actually get closer to the play. I think they needed to go a little bit faster, try to get a ward down so he could actually join. He teleports in, they just engage away from him, and now they're looking to potentially end the game here.
I
We'll
think
see if
that
they can do it.
The Baron picked up, and they didn't lose any members. I mean, Dignitas were just hoping to win the fight afterwards. Equalizer will go down. Surdy is trying to do the damage. Kaney jumps in the backline, but Yah just does that much damage with 4-item full crit Draven. Team Liquid taking out the turrets and the Nexus, and game 1 wrapped up.
That was looking like a really not close game, and then all of a sudden, like, whoa,
Yeah.
wait a second. For TL. So they are going to make a swap. So it is going to be CoreJJ Pantheon support, and it will be the Talia there going mid. The Vi will go into the jungle, so it is that last second flex. I was thinking it was going to be
behind you. Both junglers are there. And Umti actually misses the Vault Breaker, so now Lyra going to go for the Fear. CoreJJ is walking up if you spell shield correctly as Lyra. This is great, but Isles actually goes in. That's first blood for Lyra. Dignitas.
And I feel like...
Well, Core and Yan have been playing so aggressive, so if Isles is able to make something happen, here's Xenoblade in, but Valkyrie away for Yan, and big damage trade onto Isles. That's Ignite down. One more Q from Core should have it, but he's stunned up. Tomo goes in. Core with the flash forward for the kill trade.
Yeah, going to be able to go 1-for-1. That's actually really good for TL at the end of the day, because Lyra's wasting his time.
Yeah.
You know, sitting down here, he was not doing the dragon. You got all three. Umti is here, APA is here, and they're moving for it. We'll see if they can contest.
Can Dignitas secure it? APA throws up the wall, so they don't have an escape path over the Dragon Pit wall. They do get the steal. Umti takes it out as Kaney trying to buy space here. Tomo stuck in the pit, doesn't have the flash available. He's looking for the Arcane Shift, but it's not coming up. APA! Right there. But now they're on opposite sides of the Rift, and Dignitas have first dibs here on the Grubs, but they actually are making two different plays. One goes mid, the other goes top now as they're looking at CoreJJ. They got it. Third kill for Dignitas as now Cease and Desist used here onto the front line. No more W shield, but now between worlds, Surdy got onto Yan. Weirding for the damage and gets the kill for
that shockwave before he could get the E up to block any of the damage, so it looked like he got snapped in.
Ooh, but now Umti's looking for a play here on to Kaney with APA setting it up. CoreJJ over the top. 2 assists with kill credit. If you're going for just like a W max instead of a Q max,
it is 3 points Q.
3 points Q. So he's still going for that more damage right now, but eventually you could just pivot to say, yeah, I'm just going to go all in on that one. You also get extra bonus armor and magic resist when you have the full stacks on your E shield once it expires. So yeah, he's going to be very tanky. If Kaney walks too far forward, he's in trouble. Blast Cone's available. Weaver's wall, but he has an avenue to get away from there. Flash from CoreJJ with the seismic shove. Kaney gets the ultimate off. And there's some more lockdown here from Isles, but the kill credit goes to Team Liquid.
Yeah, going to be able to get that kill, and that's the exact setup that you're talking about.
That's even more disastrous for Dignitas. Double kill to the Tank Pantheon.
Yeah, both going to core there. That should be the Heartsteel likely completed. Man, that's got to be frustrating for Kaney because he actually checked a lot of these brushes. You know, he walked through one brush, he throws out the
in trouble
blue
too.
trinket.
How can this happen? Team Liquid just made a play bot side. Now they're making another play top side, and it looks like both are going to work out for him. Surdy jumping between worlds. He jumps back, but Umti waited around.
Either in TL looking good again. Yeah. I've opened up here a 2,000 gold lead in first hour.
How much of that average is just impact is the question. Is Kaney now getting played on here in the top lane? There's that Shock Blast, or Shock Wave, not going to be enough to save his life. Impact getting the kill credit as the teleport comes in, and Surdy's going to regret that one. CoreJJ now.
Yeah. It's fair. Nice delivery, right on time.
And he saved time. He's that efficient with the yapping. It's the THX, as opposed to typing out the whole word, you know? He's got to get back into the game.
TY. Got to optimize that build order.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, Stacy, you just spawned, and look where Team Liquid is directly on top of it, but now Dignitas are contesting them for it. Now the lights go off, and there's the combo. They found APA, but he doesn't go down. They don't have the damage. Now there's no front line. 2 fall as Kaney will also drop. 3 kills to Team Liquid. APA just unkillable.
Yeah, APA tries to flash it, but they had the timing perfect. It just didn't matter, though, because he's Merc Treads, Verdant Barrier, and Seraphs.
Tomo's now trying to get under the turret. Umti looks for the engage. Maybe it's too much, though. Surdy has a lot of damage. Tomo as well, and neither of them had taken that much damage themselves. So it's just going to be the turret. He'll look back to the Dragon.
But he creates enough space away that some of the follow-up damage couldn't really come through. They couldn't finish him off, and that right there could be the death knell of Dignitas in this series. TL now so far ahead here. They're going to move to Soul Point. They're already massively up in gold. You know, closing on a 7,000 gold lead here. It's hard to think how Dig will fight.
APA taking some damage here. Surdy jumps in. Seismic Trap misses. Here comes Isles. APA, no flash available. Is he tanky? Enough. I can't imagine a world where he gets away from this one. Locked down. Big damage. Shut down to Surdy. Competitive side is a very different play style. Actually, make sure that you're on that flank, ready for the team impact. All alone with APA behind him. That's a flash and Dominus to survive. So some cooldowns for Dignitas as they picked up.
Yeah, going to be able to get that out, but it was the Orianna ult. It was the Ezreal ult, so some cooldowns used on the other side here too. A lot of roses out. They're going to go.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall used. Team Liquid's going to try and absorb this, and Lear just jumps straight through the Unraveled Earth. Now Team Liquid look to turn. Season Desist onto the backline. They're locking out Tobo. He gets out of there, though. Between worlds, big damage from Surdy as Impact is able to take one for the team. Jan wasn't there, but now he is. Now things are looking fantastic for Team Liquid. Flash Q from Core, not going to be in range for Surdy, who will jump away across the Veil, but Dignitas losing multiple members, trading with Team Liquid, but still getting chased. I think they're out of there.
Two for two at the end of the day. That was a pretty close fight. A lot of low health bars on both sides. Potentially could have gone down. You see APA there, about 200 health remaining. Of course, we saw Surdy barely getting away. Will the ulti hit? No, casting. APA and was absorbing at least one of those spells. But here comes the Pantheon ult. They're going to look.
And Starfall as over the wall goes Tomo, but now he's stuck there. And here's Core JJ! Welcome to the pain cage as Jan now jumping in onto Surdy, who tried to get out of the back line, but instead goes down. Dignitas lose two.
Yeah, talk about a rock in a hard place. that was a tough
literal rock and a literal hard place right there, yeah.
TP out to safety there by Kaney, but no such luck for Isles.
Isles now all alone. Nobody to save him, as he does have the flash available. Does he try and use it? Sunny up impact under the turret, but he will go down. No summoner spells available.
Coming, though. He has his ult.
Paranoia used. Oh, he actually pressed it. I don't know if you 1v1 this, Lyra. Yeah, I was almost wondering, do you just press it and then walk away? Because APA is probably going to be too afraid to walk up at that point. But either way, Lyra will save.
And now TL are going to add Infernal Soul to their collection here.
Oof.
Objective dominance back
but it's looking like it might be close to the end here. 8,000 gold lead with the Otacon buff, with the Dragon Soul, and now all these turrets starting to fall down here. Team Liquid crack the tier 2 in the mid lane. As Impact's pushing in the bottom side. Dignitas, if they do make the play here, Baron's about to spawn, so you got to do this fast. Slice and dice away. He has the flash coming off soon. He's just buying the time. If Impact can just keep everyone on him for as long as possible, and Dignitas are just leaving. They realize, yeah, Baron's up. We cannot keep pushing on to Impact, I suppose.
But how do you even contest? You have no Orianna or Nocturne ultimate anymore now.
Yeah.
And you're fighting into the GA, so TL are just going to force here and look for the turn. They're going to go now.
A bizarre call, but now they're getting punished for it. Dignitas have to use summoners to get away. But hey, they pulled Team Liquid off of the Baron, so I guess that's something. Isles and Tomo now fighting on their own here. Core JJ taking a lot of damage. Big cooldowns coming off. The E used. Move speed forward, gets the W onto Isles. That's good for Tomo. Can he kite back? The Ezreal pilot. This is your moment. If you get the cooldowns, Impact's looking to flank around. He's spotted. Tomo knows that he's there, but now topside, Impact going in onto, or Umti rather, going in onto Surdy, and APA teleported up. Yad finds Tomo. Dignitas falling apart at the seams.
Start up the fight.
Yeah, I mean, just a bizarre play there onto Impact. I guess he was just looking like a porcupine in a petting zoo. Nobody wanted to touch the guy. You just let him be. Just go to
that, but of course he's a very tanky member. They couldn't take him down, and now TL are closing in, looking to finish this out.
Isles now trying to front line, but he's just got no health bar, man. Surdy between worlds. That's a flash out from Jan as he will live through the paranoia. Lyra cannot take him out. Umti will claim Kaney, and Team Liquid look to claim a series win, but Surdy, he's still up, he's still healthy. Shut down gold, takes out APA, but can he get back to the base to defend? Long death timers. It's gonna come down to Surdy, and if he can hold the line.
That's a big if. Pretty much the entire enemy team is still alive. They have Dragon Soul. They're closing in, and Core's just going to waste his time here, and they're going to be able to close this one out.
Goes across the Veil. Surdy's trying to look for the damage. The Pantheon E's gets a stun. Is he going to solo kill Surdy? Core JJ! The GOAT support making it look easy.
Oh my god, he's just styling on him. Kills off Surdy, ults in on the Nexus. That'll do it.
You thought it was Impact versus Surdy. It's Core JJ versus Surdy, and it's Team Liquid versus the rest of the league. 2-0 start to the season.
And for the LTA kickoff, A lot of dominance here. Team Liquid coming out, looking strong in that second game. Cool flex pick. The Pantheon moving down towards that bot lane here, moving the buy in towards the jungle. A bit of a shaky start, but TL really were dominant throughout the rest of it. Strong comp, easy to execute, lots of engage, great CC chains here to pair up with APA, and TL looks strong.
Maybe some VOD review for Umpty, but a dub's a dub for the end of the day for Team Liquid. Solid stuff from the squad. Give it up for TL and a 2-0 for their opening weekend in the LTA North. But we're joining Emily and APA on stage for an interview.
Hello, thank you very much, Kangas. Congratulations, APA, first win, welcome back. I talked to your mom in between games. I'll let you, the shudder down your spine travel for a minute. And she said she's not responsible for your trash talk, but then kind of walked it back. So I wanted to give you the opportunity to call her out if she is a trash talker.
No, she's really respectful. She's not a trash talker at all.
Nice. She was super nice when I talked to her, actually, so thank you. In a little bit more of a serious note, saw you piloting the Azir, the Talia. That last comp was super, super fun. How are you guys taking to Fearless Draft, and how does it affect your prep?
Honestly, it's kind of fun. You don't get to play the same matchups, so it's always fun to play different matchups against different players. Yeah, it's just fun.
Some people, I'm not going to call them out, but some people identified you as someone who might suffer in Fearless, maybe if your champion pool was pinched. I actually don't believe it because I've seen you play some interesting stuff in NACL. But I wanted to give you the opportunity to maybe call them out a bit. Or just tell me, how are you approaching it with some of the pocket picks that you do have?
Well, I think I'm lucky enough to have the best players in every single role. So if teams target me, I'm willing to take like the back seat and let my other teams carry.
And then going into this season, when we talked to Coach Spawn kind of before, he cited this as a kind of reset for you coming out of something like Worlds where you have to prep a lot more immediately. He said it was really nice to have you guys boot camp, be able to kind of refocus on some of your core goals as a team. I wanted to ask you, what are those core goals and how are you approaching the season overall?
Well, I think at least my goal is just to win. So just focusing on winning. And I think we did a good job of that today.
All right, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. APA, all the best this season. Congratulations. We'll throw it to the lounge to close out the day.
Thank you very much, Emily. That concludes week 1 of LTA Split 1. 2-0s across the board.
Very exciting.
What happened?
Oh my goodness. I felt like we were close, like first 15 minutes or so into this game. I was like, okay, Team Liquid has a giga early comp.
Yeah.
Hey, Dignitas fought back after game 1. I was just basically trying to give myself reasons, cope, excuses, like maybe that we would get a third game. It's not happening. But second round, I'm confident.
Yeah, I mean, Team Liquid are picking up a bit where they left off. Game 1 was a little bit close. And I'd say in defense of the teams that got 2-0'd, 3 of the teams were playing without their intended roster.
Yeah.
So Lear was playing here. That is supposed to be Shaden. Zaza was playing for Shopify Rebellion. And the third sub, off the top of my head, was Lions, but he's remote.
Which sucks for everybody involved, just in general. If you're not there for your team, like with your team in the moment, and also when there's reviews, it's going to be hard to be like there to pick up certain things. So yes, like there were a lot of instability because of that.
Pobelter in the house.
True.
Honestly, though, the highlight for me from this week were the fans.
Yeah.
When I got to interview Bwipo on stage yesterday, they were so plugged in to that interview. They were responding to everything Bwipo said. We're getting better fan interaction here with the players going to that fan zone right after the game. We got to do an interview in front of it earlier. Like, the fans